Israelites out here in Tampa Bay, Florida. Back at you again with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. And we want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakadosh. Double honors to our elders and our apostles at Great Millstone, GMS, who rule and teach well. Salutations to you brothers out there pushing this word of truth and sincerity week in and week out, day in, day out, without wavering in sound doctrine. Shalom to any sisters as well, so they may be listening and learning. And go ahead, you can bring it out.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 1. It says, "Hear the word of Yahweh, ye children of Israel, for Yahweh hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land."
That's right. So the Lord said he has a controversy with you Israelites, you so-called blacks, what you call Negroes, all right, African Americans, you Hispanics, you Latinos, you Native American Indians, you Seminole Indians. All right, you were actually the Israelites. You were the Israelites. You Jacob, you Gad, Reuben, Issachar, and all the way down the line. That's us. All right, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians. The Lord said he has a controversy with us. He said there's no truth in us. All right, read it again, brother.
This is Hosea 4:1. It says, "Hear the word of Yahweh, ye children of Israel, for Yahweh hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land."
There's no truth, no mercy, or knowledge of the Most High in the land. And we can actually liken that on to Esau as well too, because this right now, that's talking about Israel. But you Edomites, really, you the ones that are the true inhabitants of the land right now. All right, and there's no truth in you. But starting with you 12 tribes, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, there's no truth in you. You're the worst of the worst. Okay, you're the bottom of the barrel. You're the last. Okay, last place. Read on.
This is Hosea 4 and 2. It says, "By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood touches blood."
That's right. You just commit sin. You sin upon sin. Not even realizing or considering that the Lord's statutes and commandments apply to you, Jake. All right. It was given on to you, so-called blessed Hispanics and Native Americans. You agreed to the covenant. All right. You took the pact with Yahweh Shai. Shalom, brother. But you ultimately disregarded it. And the Lord has a problem with that. Like you said, he has a controversy with it. Read verse 2 again.
So Hosea 4:2, it says, "By swearing and lying and killing and stealing."
Swearing, lying, killing, and stealing. You go into the so-called ghettos and the hoods and such. That's what Jake does, man. A habitual liar. All right. He kills his own people. Shalom, bro. Killing and stealing. Kills his own people. And he's a hypocritical ass to get mad at the so-called white boy when he kills one of his kind. But Jay, he be killing his people all the fucking time, man. Pardon the French. But he kills his people all the time. Stealing, breaking and entering. All right. You do this. This is you, Jake Stewart T. This is what you got. This is what you are known to be doing. That's why all these nations look down on you. Go ahead.
Hosea 4:3, it says, "Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish, with the beasts of the field and with the fowl of the heaven. Yea, the fishes of the sea shall, yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away."
Go ahead, read on.
It says, "Yet let no man strive nor reprove another, for thy people are as they that strive with the priest. Therefore shalt thou fall in the day, and the prophet shall also fall with thee in the night, and I will destroy thy mother."
I'll just read on. Go to verse 6.
Yep. "My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee."
That's right. So the Lord, since you rejected the Most High and His knowledge and His wisdom, then the Lord is going to ultimately reject you as well too. We're talking about 2/3 of our own people. All right. Again, saying that the Lord has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land. All right. So the Lord is going to reject you. He has a problem with how you Jake conduct yourselves out here amongst the other nations. You're supposed to be an example onto the other nations, and they're supposed to look at you, all right, looking at you like, okay, yeah, that's how a true righteous nation is supposed to behave itself. Where's that at? I know there's a scripture that says that. If someone knows, if someone knows it, bring it out. Because these nations, they look at us and be like, man, surely this is a true nation, a righteous nation, man.
Chapter 4, I think.
But right now they're looking at us like, surely this nation here I don't know about these people here. The only thing they're good for is dancing and cooking. That's it. You know, singing, entertaining us, working, building stuff. That's the only thing that you're good for now is these other nations. When really you're supposed to be, you know, they look at you like, okay, yeah, look at their communities. Their communities are in complete order.
4 and 6. Deuteronomy 4 and 6.
Oh, Deuteronomy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's it. All right. Water, bro.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 6. It says, keep therefore and
Start up a little bit.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. It says, behold, I taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whether ye go to possess it.
Right?
Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear of all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
That's right. So that's how, yeah, you keep these commandments. What's going to end up happening, hey, Shalom, bro. What's going to end up happening is that your community, your land, all right, your kingdom, it's going to be fruitful, all right. You're going to start living longer, all right. Everything's just going to be in order. Your whole system's going to run optimally, and everybody else, all these other nations from the outside looking in, they're going to look at you and be like, yeah, surely this is a great and understanding nation. Surely the Most High is dealing with them. God and the God of the universe is dealing with them. Let's follow after them. Let's do as they're doing. So our communities and our kingdoms and our villages could be like unto them. We're the example. We're God's chosen nation. So it'll behoove us to do what the Lord asked us to do, so we can really be truly in our power. Go ahead. Read on Hosea. Read Hosea 6 again. 4:6 again. Sorry.
This is Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forsaken the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children.
That's right. So, hey, and that's what's basically been happening. The Lord has got us in a lower state, all right, and He's forgotten you, all right. Apart from those that have come back into the understanding of who they are, all right, the knowledge, wisdom, understanding, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, all right. So those men that have come back and repented, all right, the Lord is looking at them like, okay, you know, I'm gonna start working. I'm gonna start dealing with you. So the Lord starts dealing with men, you know, spiritually. He starts opening up our understanding. Okay, we understand these scriptures. We understand the meaning of them. We understand prophecy. All right, and the Lord, and He asks us to do what? He asks us to go on the highways and byways and preach it onto the rest, onto not just the other nations, but onto our own people, so they can get the understanding like we got the understanding and share that wealth, give it out free. You know. You had something?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 42, and start at verse 22. Isaiah 42 and 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses.
Yeah, that's our people. All right. Read it again from the top.
Isaiah 42 and 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
All right. This is a people robbed and spoiled. All right. We was completely taken advantage of by these other nations, chiefly the so-called white men, Esau, Edom, all right, the Edomites. All right, who are basically in power in the world right now. All right. But what did they do? They had extra hate towards you Israelites, you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He really hates you. Okay, you are people that's completely robbed and stolen. Okay, you read on.
They are all of them snared in holes.
Yeah, you're snared in holes. Okay, you're in traps. You've been stuck into all these different philosophies. All right, and read on because it's gonna say something.
And they are hid in prison houses.
Hey, you hid in prison houses. Oh, you Jakes, you look at the Elder Apostle Torah. I'll put a video up and talking about how you Jakes is the ones that are locked up the most. Okay, and this is a fact that we already know. But when you actually see the charts and like, yeah, oh wow, yeah, it's clearly that you Jakes, and you're supposed to be like only like 18% of the population, you so-called black people, and here it is, you are clearly the most that are put in these prison houses. Like, it doesn't make sense. The math doesn't add up. Read on.
They are for a prey, and none deliver it.
Yeah, you're for prey. All right. These other nations prey upon us. Okay. These other nations prey upon us. You go into the so-called ghettos. All right, where you see blacks and Hispanics dwelling. And then on the corner, who's running the business in the corner? You see so-called Edomites in there, white man is in there, running businesses. You're gonna see Arabs in there. All right, you're gonna see East Indians in there. Yep, you're gonna see Moab. You're gonna see these Koreans, Chinese in there. All right, you're gonna see Ham in there, Cushites. But they're the ones running the businesses. They're the ones that are selling you the hair weave. They're the ones doing your nails. They're the ones selling with the corner stores, selling you blunt wraps. It's them. It's these other nations. They look at you as a prey. Oh, that's fresh pickings right there. Okay, kind of. They looking at you like fresh meat, man. Hey, man, if you go into them hoods, them Jason, they're gonna buy up all your stuff, man. Oh yeah, all you gotta do is sell some speakers. You sell some what Jake be buying? Big ass T-shirts.
Rental wheels.
Yeah, rental wheels. Ishmael open up a rental wheel site. Edom might open up a rental wheel spot in the hood. Hey man, you see Jake in and out of that place like H&R Block. Paycheck. Yeah.
Pay the advances.
Yep.
Liquor stores.
That's what you're gonna see in Jake's neighborhood. You're gonna see those kind of places in Jake's neighborhood, and you're gonna see Jake's pawn shots, gold. They want your gold. Okay. Go ahead, bro.
Lamentations 2:15. It says, "All that pass by clap their hands at thee.
Yep.
They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem."
Yeah, that's those other nations. So when they pass by us, what they do? They like, look at us. I know those Black Lives Matter, huh? I know Black Lives Matter. They making fun of you, man, mocking you, shaking their head at you. Go ahead.
All right, Lamentations 2:15. "All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem,
Right.
saying, Is this the city that men call perfection of beauty,
Right.
the joy of the whole earth?"
Yeah. So they mocking you. They're saying, hey man, this is the city they call the perfection of beauty. These guys can't be them. There's no way. Them. The joy of the whole earth. This is supposed to be the apple of the Lord, the one that called God's eye. It's not them. It can't be them. It's got to be the so-called white man. That's why everybody worships the so-called white man. That's why everybody does his bidding. All right? They look at him as God. Even these other nations do. Or they did. Now that's starting. That's a whole nother story. But they don't look at you like that. They look at you as a joke. All right? You a laughingstock onto the rest of the world. You jakes. Go ahead.
Verse 16. "All thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, We have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we looked for. We have found, we have seen it."
Yeah, so as soon as they had a moment to take over you guys, to take advantage of you, they took full advantage of you. They took full advantage of you, Jake. As soon as you fell, as soon as you tripped and slipped a little bit, they was right on you like ants on candy. They took over you. Hey, this is what we've been waiting for you to slip up. Now that you slipped up, hey, now look, all these other nations are way above us. They're the business owners. They're the ones that's sitting in the high seat. All right, starting with the so-called white men, but these other nations too. They sit with them as well too. All right, in their big summit meetings, you don't see Jakes in there. All right, unless they did a help.
The assistant.
Yeah, assistant or something like that. A token, you may have a token or two in there. But for the most part, you don't have your own nation no more. You don't even know who the hell you are. All right, go on. That was on that.
That was it.
Yeah.
I got a quick piece though.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5, starting at verse 13. "Therefore my people are gone into captivity, because they have no knowledge, and their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst."
Yeah, you're going into captivity. Look at you. Yeah, you are smooth into captivity because you lost all connection you have with the Heavenly Father. And because of that, all these nations, just like I said in Lamentations, they took advantage of you. They was right there to take your spot. And you've been in captivity, over and over and over again under all these nations. There isn't one nation out here that you ain't served slavery under or some sort of captivity under. More on that? Okay,
I got a
good.
quick one. This is since we just talking about this. Psalms 83 in verse 4. It says, or 3 and 4 says, they have taken a crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Yep.
They said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Yeah, so all these nations, starting with the so-called white man, if you read the next verse, the first thing it says is Edom. Okay? And they all took crafty counsel against thy hidden ones. Who were the hidden ones? Who were the lost sheep of the tribe of the house of Israel, the tribes of Israel? You so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They took crafty counsel against you. It's like, all right, yeah. As soon as we can take them out of power, then we can continue. We can take their place and rule the world. They don't even need to know who they are. That's not important. Because as soon as you find out who you are, that's when things start shifting. That's when the power starts to shift. And that's what you see going on right now. That's why you see all this turmoil in the world, because now you see that the Israelites are starting to wake up. Now there's going to be a shift in power. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3 and 4. It says, 3 and 4. It says, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, that have forsaken Yahweh, they have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger, they are gone away backwards.
Read it again.
This is Isaiah 1 and 3 and 4. It says, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
These are what you will call stubborn animals. Okay? These are dumb, stubborn animals, but yet they know where they need to go at night to lay their head, so to speak, or to get their food. Okay? They know who their master is. They know where their home is. But you, go ahead.
It says, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know, my people have not considered.
Yeah, Israel don't know, nor do they consider. They don't even. You could grab any random Israelite you see walking around America and tell them that you guys chosen people. You're not supposed to be eating that, right? The Shabbat comes in tonight. You know what that means? I ain't trying to hear all that. Man, I'm trying to get this money. That's how Jake be talking. You can't even understand what Jake be saying half the time. They so gone. Especially these people, especially these young Jakes that come directly out of the poverty, the hood. You try to have a conversation with one of these Jakes, man, you ain't gonna understand what the hell they talking about. They ain't gonna understand what you're talking about. They don't care that they're the lost tribe of Israel. All right, but they're gonna hear it through the prophets. Everybody's gonna get their warning. Keep reading.
Verse 4, Isaiah 1 and 4, it says, a sinful nation,
Yep.
a people laden with iniquity,
Yep.
a seed of evildoers,
Yep.
children that are corrupters, they have forsaken Yahweh, they have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger, they are gone away backwards.
Yeah, you're just bad. You're just bad for no reason. All right, you just do wrong. All right, and who's that? Who's that like it on? That's like it on the so-called white man. He's just bad. He can't do right, and you doing the same thing as him. That goes to show you who's in power in this world. If they got the Israelites under that much mind control, you were just doing so much evil. You killing, you commit adultery. Every song you make is about adultery. It's about drugs, witchcraft. Yeah, and we try to tell you this. We try to break it down. You see, look, so we under the curses. They ain't trying to hear that. By the time you break down the third scripture, they playing on their phone, texting somebody that ain't got nothing to do with what this conversation's about. That's our people. All right, this laden in iniquity. Go on. Oh, go ahead.
Ezekiel chapter 3, I read 4 and 5. Ezekiel 3 and 4. And he said unto me, Son of man, go, get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them.
Mm-hmm. That's what we doing. Go ahead.
Verse 5. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel.
That's right. We were sent to the Israelites. All right, the Israelites. We were sent to our people. These other nations, all right, they're not going to get this. This isn't for them. All right, and really, it isn't for 2/3 of our own people. Sadly to say. All right, we'll break this down. We can break it down in English and Spanish and French and German, Italian, sign language, and you're still not going to get it. All right, we could tell you all day, oh, you know, you're the greatest people on the earth. No, we all equal, man. You gotta get out of that you gotta get out of that mindset. You know, you the problem. You racist.
You thinking like the white man now.
Yeah, you thinking like them, yeah. You thinking like the enemy. You leading us back. No, but the scriptures say, nah, man, that's hate. You got hate in your heart. You know, you gotta let go of that hate. You know, and come back into the light, man. Look, we all one. Look, see how the little black boy and the little white boy playing over there across the street? That's beautiful, man. What's wrong with y'all, man? Hey. This is all hate over here. All this is hate, man. Try to spit on it, throw it in the water.
And if I may, Jake be quick to say, you know, you got hate in your heart, right? But Jake be the first people to put his own people to death, man.
Yeah, but we were just saying before you came up. We were just saying that right before you came up, man. You were the same. That's hypocritical. You're the same people. You're the same ones over there with your pants hanging off your ass. You got niggas be walking around their pants all the way down to the damn knees, bro. And you the same one talking about, you know, oh, it's about love, man. You gotta love your brother, man. Yeah, this is community of love over here. But you the same niggas that's breaking and entering. All right, you killing each other. You had this, one cracker kill one nigga. Oh, the whole world goes crazy. But then just the other day, like 100 niggas was shot in one city, and now everybody forgot about it. It's already old news.
Ray and Condom airing out the block daily.
Dog, man, that shit is crazy. Like 100 niggas was shot, bro. Like a dozen of them was dead, man. A little kid, little girl, and that's niggas on niggas crime right there, man. But where's the marching with that? Ain't no one marching. Ain't no one. We gotta stop the violence in our hood. You know, we'll see it on CNN. That's the problem. But we the problem. Because we saying that the so-called white man's the devil. He's the deceiver of the whole world. Oh, you so-called black man, you the best. Like it says in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. You're the best. No one's above you. You're not equal to anybody. You're above them. You know? But you don't want to hear that. Jake don't want to hear that he's the best. He wants to hear that we all equal. Real quick. Go ahead.
Romans 3, verse 8, it says, and not rather as we be slanderously reported, like what the brother going into, and not rather as we be slanderously reported, and as some affirm that we say, let us do evil that good may come, whose damnation is just. What then? Are we better than they? No, in no wise, for we have before proved that both Jews and Gentiles, that they are all under sin, as it is written, there is none righteous, not one. There is none that understandeth. There is none that seeketh after the Most High. They are all gone out of the way. They are together become unprofitable. There is none that doeth good, no, not one.
And it's sad to say that, because that scripture really rings clear right now. They've all gone out of the way. What are they doing? They're doing everything contrary to what the Heavenly Father ordained us to do. Read on.
Verse 11 says, there is none that understandeth. There is none that seeketh after the Most High.
Nobody seeks after the Heavenly Father. It's a small, this thing that we're involved in is you call it a small sanctuary. Okay? What we're involved in, this is a small thing. All right? You know, it's small in a carnal sense, but in a spiritual sense, it's heavy, because the elites, they know what we're up to. They know what the truth is, and that's why they try to, they blacklist this. They don't want to really talk about it. All right, they don't give it no light. They don't pay attention to it, because they know if they do, then that's what's gonna help wake up the rest of the sleep. But this place there's no righteousness here. Look at Jake, man. Jake don't want to hear it. Jake ain't trying to hear it. All right. Again, Jake being the sons of Jacob. Okay, you so-called Black, Spanish, Native Americans, you the Israelites. Okay, you're the sons of Jacob. And look at our people. They don't want to hear anything, man. They don't want to get in order. All right, follow direction. They think that God, that pertains to the so-called white man. The Bible pertains to the so-called white man only. Yet they go to church every goddamn Sunday. Go ahead.
Because this is Paul quoting from Psalms, David. You know, David, you know, he pretty much spoke about how he said if it was of his enemies, he could bear it. But pretty much roughly paraphrase, no, it was him, my own neighbor,
people
that I couldn't bear.
That's
You know,
rough, man.
it was more of his people coming at him most of the time than the other nations. You know?
And that's like just like us. I mean, it's our own people that have a problem with this more than the other nations. You know, a so-called white man will come up here. He might look at the signs for a minute, and you know, he might ask a question or two, and you know, we might cut him with the scriptures, and then he might say one little thing and he walk away. You know, our people they're gonna come up here and do the most. They're the ones that want to get violent. I'm not saying there's no so-called white man want to do it, because a lot of times, you know, there's times in the past where they got violent too. But for the most part, you know, if we're counting, which we're not, it's you, Jake, that got the problem with it.
Hey, but think about it. It should be the Edomites the ones that should be bucking up, because we telling them they going into slavery, they looking at their slaves. We tell them, Jake, you going into the kingdom of heaven, you gonna have slaves. What, like, you destroyed for lack of knowledge, man.
Yeah, they're like, you asked it's like, I was gonna say, you asked a so-called black man, hey man, you want slaves, man? You want a so-called white boy slave? You want that? It's like, man, I don't want that, man. I want to. You know, why do we need slaves? Why can't we all just, you know, just have everything and be happy? You know.
I'm tired of going to work every day.
Well, you're gonna have slaves whether you want it or not.
Yeah, every nigga's IG handle is king this,
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
They don't want the rule.
They don't got king-like mentality.
Don't want to go to work, but you don't want slaves. You don't want to go to work, but don't want slaves.
That don't make no goddamn sense, man. You know,
Well,
we're telling you that you are a king, yes. But you know, your brother said your handles, you saying you king, prince this, and God, the God, I'm the God. You know, you got that on your handle. But then we try to break. Yeah, you know, see what the scriptures say. Yeah, you're right. You was the God. Yeah. Oh man, they got they're scared of that, man. Like we trying to tell you, like, yo, you're right though. And what do kings and gods have? They have servants. Don't you want servants? Don't you want to see that guy over there in chains underneath you? Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great? Nah, you bugging, bro. Man, yeah, you crazy. You talking that crazy stuff, man. I ain't trying to hear all that, man. You crazy. You watching too much TV, man. You can't talk to them about nothing godly and kingly, because they don't got that mentality.
I got something for you.
Yes.
This is 2 Corinthians 12 verse, you know about the Corinthians. Paul had a lot, you know, had to deal with a lot with Corinthians, so just using this as an example. 2 Corinthians 2:13, it reads, "For what is it wherein ye were inferior to other churches, except it be that I myself was not burdensome to you? Forgive me this wrong. Behold, the third time I am ready to come to you, and I will not be burdensome to you, for I seek not yours, but you." So seeking not to gain from them, you know, through the physical, but he expected to gain from them spiritually, to gain their souls, to bring their souls back to Yahushua. You know, it says, "For I seek not yours, but you. For the children ought not to lay up for the parents, but the parents for the children." Because why Paul's referring to him being a spiritual father, all right, unto the flock, all right. It says, just the point, "And I will very gladly spend and be spent for you." All right, and what? That's making his body a living sacrifice. You know, giving up his time, which is the most precious thing that you could give up. You know, it says, "Though the more abundantly I love you, the less I be loved."
Hey, that's a good point, bro.
Yeah.
So the more love that, and this is love.
Yep, exactly.
You know, and you know that's a good point, bro. Water for that, because what this is, when you see, because we brothers literally do this every week. For years, brothers have been doing this every single week, coming out here in the hot ass sun and the cold ass winter. All right, trying to wake y'all asses up, man. It ain't really we trying to wake you up. We're just doing what the Lord asked us to do. It ain't nothing we're trying to do or anything we're doing. It's all up to Heavenly Father. But what we're doing, this is love. All right, this is love. We're literally coming out here and putting our bodies up as a living sacrifice. Someone can get that real quick. Oh, it's this real quick, you know. But this is love, man. This is an honorable thing that brothers are doing all across the planet Earth. Romans 12:1. This is an honorable thing that brothers are doing across the whole face of the earth. All right, and they're doing it because they want to see the elect finally wake up. Whoever they are, wherever they are, they need to come into the light. All right, and this is the light. Go ahead, whoever got it, just real quick. Just read it.
This is Romans 12:1. It says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is a reasonable service.
Right, it's our reasonable service. It's the least that we can do. Is what we're doing right now. This is us putting our bodies as a living sacrifice. But what? Our own people, you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, all right, you don't look at this as love. You look at this, what we're doing, as hate. You're looking at what we're doing as holding you back, holding back the nation. Well, we're holding back the nation, not those cats over there that is body like 12 innocent people. You know, we could talk about this all day, but we're the problem. We got to call the police on us. All right, you want to, we over here, you know, reading the Bible, you know, breaking down lessons, reading the Bible, and then you got somebody of our own nation back over there that's trying to talk over us. How many times has that happened in the past?
Or videotape make mockery and try to persuade people online and be, you know, fools.
And they do it too, and they're gonna listen to them before they listen to us. That's the crazy part. Oh, they're gonna be, oh yeah, yep, that's facts, no cap. Facts. What this nigga is saying that we crazy, but we telling you, oh yeah, you gods and kings and all that, and here's the scripts to prove it. Oh, y'all crazy, man. Thumbs down. You know.
I got a quick precept.
Go ahead, Quan.
What you talking about? This is Isaiah. All right.
Yeah, I know you've been waiting.
Isaiah 29 in verse 10. It says, I'm gonna start verse 9. Isaiah 29 and 9, and it reads, "Stay yourselves and wonder. Cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. For Yahweh hath poured out upon them the spirit of deep sleep."
Read that again.
God, verse 10, Isaiah 29, verse 10. "For Yahweh hath poured out upon you, the spirit of deep sleep."
And that's the sad thing about it, because we speak in English, man, and everybody speaks English. We can pretty much clearly say it's either English or Spanish, all right? And we're gonna break it down to you in English. We break it down to you like you a kindergartner, and you're gonna look at like we patronizing you.
We got pictures for you and everything.
Yeah, picture me. Brother took the time out of the day to make this big ass collage. You know how much time this took to make?
Examples on them.
You know, like, yeah, see, look at that. Look right here. There's scripture right here too. But you have the spirit of deep sleep on you. You so sleep. You talking about you woke? Oh, woke king and all this shit, man. All this shit you be saying, just all, you know, but it don't mean nothing, man, because you dead sleep. You might as well just be dead. Read on.
God, this is Isaiah 29, verse 10. "For Yahweh hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and hath closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, have he covered."
You see that? The Lord did that to you, man. And that's talking about what, 2/3 of our own people. We were sleeping at one point too. That's the crazy thing about it. That's why it's so hard for us to understand, because we were sleeping at one point. But we heard it and we woke right up. Like it wasn't like a fight or big ass struggle. Like, I don't believe it. No, we heard it and we were like, huh. Let me watch it again. Or let me watch another video. This seems like it's pretty true. I think I'm with it. I think I believe in the Bible now. You know, wow. You know, that day when we all woke up, we all remember that day. We'll never forget that day, because it was like it was a slap in the face.
Everything makes sense now.
Like someone just dumped a cold bucket of ice water on us. Like, oh shoot! Oh, I'm an Israelite. Oh, I forgot. Because you know, this is all by the way of remembrance. You know, we didn't remember, but you know, something deep in our spirit, something deep in our genes, knew that we were kings, but we just didn't understand it. And then when someone broke it down, it could have been anybody. It could have been IOIC that woke brothers up, or whatever the case is. The point is, once you heard the word and you was washed by the word, there was no going back. There was no argument. There was no bucking up. It was like, okay, yeah, we are the. I want to watch this. I want to keep learning. I want to keep learning to the point. You kept learning to the point where you're out here on the highways by with yourself. You have a point to add on to that? Yeah, it's still relevant.
yeah.
Okay, suck it. Yeah, it's still relevant.
It's still going back to, like, you know, the time where I was holding
I hold that, and okay, you still had that, right? Yeah. Well, you get that because I know you hold it on yours, and then we'll get back to the phone we was into before.
That's Romans 12 again?
No, that was something else.
Okay.
All right, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 4, at verse 22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding.
Yeah, the Most High said you foolish and sottish. That's not like a term of endearment, man. The Lord is telling you you're an idiot, man. Like, God is telling you that you're stupid, though. Sottish. Like, you might as well just be stumbling around drunk, in other words. Like, all day. You're not drunk, but you might as well, like the brother read, you know, you drunk but not with wine. You go into the word sottish, and it's really, that's, you know, it means stupid. It means like you stumbling around drunk all day. Foolish. Read on.
Reading on. And they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge.
Yeah, you're wise to do evil. All right? You're good at doing bad, and you're bad at doing good. Simple as that. You know, when it comes to doing something righteous and honorable, it's like pulling teeth. You know where to be found. Nowhere to be found. Just goes. Yeah, come back out next week, man. We out here every week. You know, every week we out here 4:30. Next week, come nigga ain't here. What's he doing? I wonder what he's doing right now while we here. I wonder what he's doing. Doing wickedness. He's smoking. He's in the crib smoking. That's what he's doing right now.
Eating hot honeycombs.
He's pulling honeycombs to the bowl. He's looking for the milk. The milk's out. I go to the store and get milk. That's what he's worried about right now. That's our people, man. We laughing, you know, it's because, you know, we're just trying to make it so that everybody can understand it. But really, it ain't funny, bro. Like this, it's so-called 2020. Y'all niggas is even worse than you were last year. Worse. Go ahead.
I got some. This is Sirach 39, or Ecclesiastes chapter 39. I read 24 to 25. Sirach 39, 24. As his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked.
Read it again.
Sirach 39 and 24. As his ways are plain unto the holy.
As his ways are plain to the holy. We're not tooting our own horn saying that we holy and this all that, you know, because we understand that we're filthy. Our righteousness is filthy rags. Yet we have confidence that the Lord is going to have mercy on us for the works that we're doing. That's why we're continuing doing it. We wouldn't be doing this up here if we didn't believe the Lord was going to have mercy on us. Read it again.
Sirach 39 and 24. As his ways are plain unto the holy.
As his ways are plain to the holy. Once you heard this, you believed it, there was no question. Go ahead.
So are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked.
Oh yeah, but that don't mean that. That don't mean that. But what about how you know that they Edomites? How you know they Edomites? How you know that Babylon's America? Where does it say America in the Bible? Where does it say America in the Bible? They ain't in there.
The best example was Yahushua. He was holy unto the righteous, but, you know, stumbling block unto the wicked. You know, him himself. Yahushua.
Yeah, he was right there in the flesh. Yeah, they killed him. He was there in the flesh. He looked just, you know, he had skin and bones and body. You know, he looked just like you. He kept everything perfect. All right, it was a godsend, literal godsend. But his own people had a problem with Yahushua. His own people, they didn't want to believe it, even though there was the evidence was overwhelming. They refused to believe that was the truth. Just like today, you people refuse to believe that you were the holy people of the Bible, and everybody else is heathen. I thought that was great. I thought that was great news. I thought, it makes sense. We the best at everything. Just look at us. Just the way we look. We just look godly and kingly. We just destroyed. As the scripture said, you know, we destroyed. You know.
I got it right. That's right.
You just read it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it real quick. I know. Hold that. Just get to the point.
Well, let me read from 5 to 7. It says Isaiah. Going back to Isaiah 1 verse 5 through 7. Why should you be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more, and the whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint.
Yeah, you see, the whole head is sick. When the head is sick, the whole body's sick. So that's why you look. You see it. You can see it in Jake that he's somebody like this is a different people. When you say the word heathen, I don't think of so-called Black, Spanish, Native Americans. I think of these other people out here, bro. Like heathen. Like they just. You look at a Mobile walking around. They look at all weird and shit, man. You look at they don't look like godly people. But we look, even when we in our lowest estate, we have a certain aura about us, you know, that That I don't know. It just seems better. I don't know, but it's better than we're the best, man. And so when the scriptures say that, and then you liken it out to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, it just makes sense. You should get it. It should just click that we are the Israelites. We were the Israelites the whole time. The whole time. You know.
Isaiah 1:6. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises that putrefy sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. It says, your country is desolate, your cities are burned with fire, your land strangers devour it in your presence, and it is desolate, overthrown by strangers.
See that? So there's no soundness in you. That means you're not healthy. All right, you're not sound. You have heathens in your land. You don't even know what your land is. You don't know what the hell is going on in the world. You have no clue what's going on in the world. You don't know that the other nations, the other races have taken advantage of you, stolen your land, taking your identity. You don't know. You don't care. Go ahead, finish reading yours.
Sirach 39. I'll read 24 again. Yep. Sirach 39, or Ecclesiastes chapter 39, verse 24. As his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked.
Yeah, so everything we break down is a stumbling block to you. And like the brother read earlier, you got the wool over your eyes. You got you've been, what's the spirit of sleep that's put upon you. Go ahead.
Verse 25, for the good are good things created from the beginning. So evil things for sinners.
So the good things are created for the beginning, and so with evil things for the sinners. And you sinners, you Jake, man. And so what's going to come to you is a bunch of evil. And that's what we've been warning you about, that evil is coming. This is what, when we talk about blowing the horn, blowing the trumpet. We talk about blowing the horn, blowing the trumpet. That's a warning unto you, Jake, saying that this is high time to wake up to sleep. If you don't wake up now, you're going to sleep right through the hurricane. All right? And you're not living in no big house. You're living in a little shack. You're going to get your ass blown away. Wake up, man. We got to go. We got to go now. 5 more minutes. You ain't trying to hear what we say. All right. The blood is off our hands. Pursuant to the book in Ezekiel chapter 3. We told you you didn't care.
True.
Go ahead, bro.
This is 230.
Yep.
Well, I knew that they was not hearing me because it was a stiff-necked people.
Yeah, stiff-necked people, man. It's like, I was just saying, our people was a stiff-necked people. You hard-headed, stubborn. You ain't gonna hear. You ain't gonna hear what we say. You ain't gonna hear the words of God. Go ahead.
But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves.
In the land of their captivities, which is what?
Damn,
America. Oh, there you go, Jake. There you go, Jake. And read that last part again.
But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves.
In the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. Your captivity, shalom, bro. And what's the land of our captivity? America, okay, Europe, Africa, West Africa, all over the world. All over the world. That's the land of your captivity. Then that's where you're going to remember yourself. That's where you're going to remember, oh, I am an Israelite. You're going to wake up somewhere in London and you're going to be like, oh, we the Israelites. You're going to wake up somewhere in Ghana. Oh, I'm an Israelite. I'm an Israelite. I know now. In America, you somewhere in Harlem. Oh shoot, you watching you were somewhere in the projects. You got your little internet, and you just happen to stumble across the brothers, and now you know you're an Israelite. And the land of your captivity is where you're gonna remember yourself. In the midst of all this confusion, that's how you know that this is America. That's how you know that this is a Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Because we woke up here. Look, there's nothing but confusion out here. Like it's hard to stay on track and do anything in America, anywhere in this world. Because you could really, ultimately, you could liken the whole world to Babylon because everybody's drinking the juice. You could be anywhere on the earth and you're still on a Babylonian, rule.
Yep.
So if you wake up, then that's a miracle in its own self. Go ahead, bro.
Talking about people waking up seeing those, with those eyes. This is Luke 10 and 23 and 24. And he turned him unto his disciples and said privately, blessed are the eyes which see the things you see. For I tell you that many prophets and kings have desired to see those things which you see and have not seen them, and to hear those things which you hear and have not heard them.
Yeah, many this goes back into those days, go back into the days that these scriptures were written. They have desired to see the things that we're seeing right now. This is all prophecy to them. Now, here it is. We in 2020, and we seeing all, the buildings are all built up. All right, all these different heathenistic nations are ruling, and you got the nuclear missiles. They're all made. You got the microchip is made. Everything is ready. This is what they've been waiting to see. And the crazy thing about it is that we are them in the reincarnation.
Hey, also real quick, as a example in the scripture, they say, will thou at this time restore the kingdom unto Israel, man? So back the brother up, they've been waiting on it from back when Yahushua was on the scene. They was ready then. All right, from that time to this same time, man, coming back in the reincarnation, like, oh, is it gonna happen this time? Is it gonna happen this time, man? But hey, now we actually living in those days where the Lord is starting to visit the earth, man.
Imagine if the Lord told them that you have to wait another 2,000 some odd years. They would have said, fuck it, man, I give up. Imagine that, like, I had to, nah, it's not gonna happen till another 2020 some years. That's when I'm gonna come back again and save you. What, 2,000? They was like, fuck it, man, I don't even know, I didn't care no more. They would have lost all hope. But no, we have to fall away. We have to lose everything. We have to lose the understanding of who we were. We have to get put into this horrible, this American captivity. That was cruel shit, bro. We had to go through that. We went through it. We're in the tail end of it right now, and it ain't much better. But we had to go through all that, man. We had to get shot down. They used to make guns like that. That's a new weapon. That's something crazy. Yeah, Gatling gun. You have to shoot down all those Native Americans. That happened. These things actually happened. It's recorded in history. You can look it up. We've learned about it in our school systems. It happened, and that happened to us. That happened to you Hispanics and Native Americans, you Mexicans, you different Indian, what they would call Indians, indigenous nations, here in America. You got completely obliterated by Esau. When was the last time you seen two Gadites in one room? You can't even remember that. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. You get yours.
All right, this is Ephesians. Start from the top, chapter 3. Ephesians 3. It says, "For this cause I, Paul, the prisoner of Yahushua, for you Gentiles."
Read it again. Apologize.
Ephesians 3:1. "For this cause I, Paul, the prisoner of Yahushua, for you Gentiles."
Yeah, prisoner to Yahushua for you Gentiles. So we are prisoners. There's another scripture says prisoners of hope.
Yep.
All right. And you Gentiles, all right, going into you that don't know who you are, don't know that, and don't even consider that you're an Israelite or a child of God. Okay. And there was a time that we was Gentiles too. We was Gentiles at one point. But we got circumcised through our mind, through our hearts. And now we understand, like, okay, there's something I need to be doing out here. I can't just be like these other guys. There's something I need to be doing out here. Let me get my shit together. Let me get my spiritual shit together. That's part of it. That's basically what we all said at one point. We're like, yo, I need to get my spiritual shit together. You start questioning everything. And then one thing leads to another, you get led onto your actual heritage. And once you find out who you are, it's like, and then you find the name of the Lord and all these beautiful things. You're no longer a Gentile no more. You're in the fold. You win. You're an Israelite of such and such tribe, whether it be Judah, whether it be Issachar, or what have you, Ephraim. All right? You start learning a little Hebrew, you learn the name of the Lord, and you go full force with it. All right? I need to devote my whole life into serving the Heavenly Father. It's clearly we're in the last days, because again, like brother said, you just read that scripture, how those foretime wish to see what we see now. Yeah. So like you was one of those men probably. You wish to see the times that you heard about then, and now you just have to get slapped in the face once or twice and be like, oh, I'm actually in those times. This is it. This is what I've been waiting for. I gotta tighten up. I gotta start learning. I don't know how much time we got, because once we all came to the truth, we thought that the end of the world was gonna come like 2 weeks later. You know what I'm saying? we thought the shit was gonna end like this is
Later
it.
that week.
Like I was the last guy. I was the last guy to
Hey,
come in.
bro, real quick, no mean to interrupt you, but that's
Yeah.
why I brought this out. Ephesians 1 verse 3. For this cause I, Paul, prisoner of Yahushua. So, as the brother said, those men that wanted to see this thing thousands of years ago, and if Yahushua would have told them, no, you gotta wait another 2,000 years, I won't be coming back. You know what I'm saying? But in the day, you're a prisoner of Yahushua because you heard the word. You trapped. You trapped already. That's Yahushua. So here it is now. You trapped in His word because you heard it. Because Scripture say, "Blessed are those." It's like pretty much. If you hear the word, then go back. You know, you taste the heavenly things. So now you have tasted these heavenly things, and now you trapped. That's Yahushua. He got you, man. So if you leave now, you ain't covered. But you accepted this word and you ate it, and now you're a prisoner. Now you bound to these words. You gotta do this for eternity until He come back. We know He coming back soon, but let's say we had to wait another 100 years. You trapped now, you know. So, hey, that's how it works.
Hey, you understand what he's saying? He's saying that we died many times in the past. We've been reincarnated many times in the past, and each time, we were still prisoners of this thing. All right, but it rings more now because the understanding is pure now. It's out there. It don't matter. You know that. Okay. You're born in America, and you've been American for 30-some years of your life, and then on that 31st year, you find out you're an Israelite. It's always going to happen in every incarnation or whatever. You know that you're supposed to be serving God.
Hey, I got that precept that you spoke on.
Say what you just said, bro.
I was saying, spirit of prophet is subject to the prophet. So you can always come back in that same state, whether you like it or not. So you gotta work forward.
Yeah. Spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet. So we're gonna come back each time. We don't know who we are, but then something's gonna happen and be like, I think I should be followed. I believe in God. I believe in God. But now we know that not only do we believe in God, but we understand the name. We understand the prophecies. Everything is speaking to us. We're prisoners to this thing. This is it. So we was meant to get this. All right.
Kind of like real quick, it's like, and it's been given more and more information, like the brother said, it's been given to us. Like the chip, they couldn't understand what it was, or the mark of the beast, because that technology wasn't around. But this last time it is around, so we're able to understand that prophecy.
And that technology, is likened on the miracles in the Bible. And rightfully so, because man, come on, internet, bro, like that shit is amazing, bro. Like that's some amazing stuff, bro. Like you say, we take it for granted, but that's very impressive. It's witchcraft, but it's very very impressive. And the Lord has made that so He made that be a thing that Esau put that out there. So what? So this thing can speed up. There's no excuse now. Like, look, you have the secret to the universe in your freaking pocket, man. People playing games on this thing, man. People over there watching cat videos all day. You can literally learn everything about what you need to know to survive what's about to happen. Something horrible is about to happen out here, and you can get saved by the little device in your pocket, the information that comes from it, because it comes from the Heavenly Father. Go ahead, Davida. Kwame, you want to go? Yeah, go ahead.
This is Revelation 14, because you're talking about, the brother brought out, listening to the word, you're going to keep falling into the same stead. This is Revelation 14, just to the point. 3 and 4 says, and they sung it through a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man can learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. Yep. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These are redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High and unto the Lamb.
Man, it's beautiful scripture, bro. That's perfect. You see that? We're the ones, okay? Whether you believe it, accept it or not, we're the ones that believed in the Heavenly Father from way back. All right. Matter of fact, read that again. Read it all again.
This is Revelation 14 and verse 3 and 4. And they sung it for a new song before the throne,
right,
and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man can learn that song but the 144,000.
Right, and this is the song, and the song that they're talking about is the song we're singing right now. All right, the truth, the real truth. All right, no cut. This is the truth. and we singing the song. All right, we heard the song, we understood the song, and we singing the same song we heard. Go ahead.
And real quick, when you go to Revelation 5, talking about who's worthy to open the seals, it was only Yahushua. And when you read this whole thing from the top, he's on Mount Zion with the 144,000, giving them this song. And so, it's going to go back into it. Revelation 14 and verse 3 again, it says, and they sung as if it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are
defiled with women, going to see not defiled by these other philosophies out there. Okay, these other doctrines out there, these other gods. Okay, you're not defiled with that. All right, we as soon as we heard and understood what Yahweh Shemini was and the truth of the Bible, we stuck to that. All right, that's why they say you're reborn. A baby is obviously is a virgin and it's undefiled, it's a pure being. Okay, and so once we heard it, we was reborn. And again, we never turned back to anything that we was involved in the world, like Christianity, or Islam, things like that. New Age, there's all this New Age stuff going on. We shut all that off. Moorish science, we shut all that stuff off because it was unprofitable to us. It was like, ugh, that was I involved in, But we were born now we're newborn babes, and we're undefiled. And we're not defiled with women. Those women are likened to those different doctrines and philosophies. Go ahead, read on.
It says, Revelation 14 and 4, these are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins.
Right.
These are they which follow the Lamb, whithersoever he goeth.
The Lamb is Yahweh Shai. Okay. And you go to St. John, the first chapter. It tells you who the Lamb is. Okay. Yahweh Shai is the Lamb. We follow. We could be, again, every kingdom or every incarnation that we have. We're alive on this earth. One way or another, we try to follow the Most High. We try to follow God. All right. Wherever we go, wherever we at, we following the Lord. Read on.
It says, these are they which follow the Lamb, whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High and to the Lamb.
Con. Plum, go ahead, read yours.
Yeah, it's out of season.
Sorry. Con. I'll read the last verse again.
Con, this is Revelation 14 and 4. It says, these are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb, whithersoever he goeth. These are redeemed from among men.
These are redeemed from among men. So we were redeemed from the world. We were redeemed from all this confusion out here. Again, that's a miracle in itself to be, you were, especially in America, bro. And you living in America, and then you find out you're an Israelite, and then you stick to that. You just shut up the whole world, and I'm just gonna follow this. Especially a man in his late 20s, 30s, any age really. You could be a teenager. Look at the teenagers now, man. The teenagers now are just, oh my gosh, bro. Imagine one of them coming out and serving the Lord. And it's happening. All right? So we were redeemed from among men. We were redeemed from this world. Go ahead.
That was pretty much.
Oh, that was it? That was the end of it? Okay, come on.
I got something real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
A point you made about us finding back our way. This is Sirach 27, Ecclesiastes chapter 27, in verse 9. The birds will resort unto their like, so will truth return unto them that practice in her.
Read it again.
Sirach 27 and 9. The birds will resort unto their like, so will truth return unto them that practice in her.
So we're always gonna find each other. Every time we was born, every life that we lived, we found another brother, All right. And now here it is. We in the last days here. As the old saying goes, birds of a feather flock together. We're gonna always, one way or another, some way, somehow, we're gonna all congeal back together. And the world's a big world, so it's why you see these different camps everywhere. And on top of that, not that there's just different camps, but it's really all one body. And we're all doing the same thing. We're all speaking the same language. We're all, I say the same language, I'm saying we speaking the same doctrine. Because yeah, brothers and sisters speak different language, but we're all speaking the same doctrine, teaching the same doctrine. All right. Was there more on that? Okay, come. You have something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. It's back in Ephesians 4:1 says, I therefore the prisoner of the Lord beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called.
Yeah, this vocation is prophesying, teaching the word. All right, this is work. Okay, this is a calling. This is our job. And yeah, we are getting paid for this. You don't think we're getting paid? Yeah, we getting paid. Our payment is spiritual. Our payment goes into a fund that we can't touch right now. Somebody get that our treasures laid in heaven. Get that.
Okay.
Read that again, brother.
I therefore the prisoner of the Lord beseech you
Right.
that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called.
Right, and everybody got the calling. All these brothers standing up here, there's a whole gang of brothers standing up here. We all got the calling. All right, and we walk in that vocation. We walk and we teach. All right, we do what the Lord asks us to do. We don't buck up. We do what the Lord asks us to do. We're doing it because we have fear of the Lord, and we know that this is true, and we know what will happen to us if we stop doing it. It's not good. But we're not doing it because we're doing it for some carnal gain. No, we're doing this because this is the right thing to do. We're doing it because we fear the Lord. All right, we fear Heavenly Father. We understand that the Lord will do something to us if we don't do this. Especially after you find out that this is what you're supposed to be doing, and then you make a conscious decision not to do it. Yeah, not good, bro. I need to get my money. I need to get paid. Well, guess what? You're getting paid by being out here. You're gonna get paid. The Lord said He's gonna pay you. He's not unrighteous to forget your labor of love. Scriptures say. Go ahead.
It's the book
Hold it. Yeah, actually get it right now, and then we'll get back to that.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 19.
Yep.
Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal.
Yeah, so we're not worried about the corruptible things on this earth from which we can obtain. Whatever the Lord gives us, we're grateful for it and we take it, but we don't lay it. We don't put all of our hope into that. We don't.
Verse 20. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven,
Right.
where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt.
That's right. So our treasures are laid in heaven. But every time we come out here, every time we put a video up, every time we call a brother and talk to a brother, every time we throw a prayer up there, that's our treasures being laid in heaven. That's a little bit added on to our fund. Okay, it keeps growing every time we do something righteous. Every little righteous work we do, another penny gets put into that jar. All right, and we can't touch it. All right. There was more on that.
A little bit. It says,
Yeah, finish it.
and where thieves do not break through or steal.
Yeah, because thieves can't come and take what our kingdom from us. All right, they can't take the kingdom of heaven from us. If we was meant to get this, we're gonna get it, and no man on this earth can do nothing about it. A thief can't come in and take it. A moth can't come in and chew it up. All right, and it can't get rusty, like a car could get rusty. All right, or or your clothes can get holes in it. All right, you gotta buy mothballs because you got moths and stuff. You ain't gotta worry about that. Our treasures are incorruptible. Go on, just more.
Verse 21. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Yes, that's right. So our heart is where Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We read in the book of Joshua in the first chapter. It talks about meditating on these things, meditating on the Lord, meditating on pleasing the Lord, and then you'll have good success. Go ahead.
Back at verse 2,
Yeah,
it says, with all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love,
right.
and desiring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. That's the point. There is one body and one Spirit, even as ye are called in one hope of your calling. One Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, who is above all and through all and in you all. But unto every one of us is given grace according to the measure of the gift of Yahushua.
Read that last part one more time.
But unto every one of us is given grace according to the measure of the gift of Yahushua.
Yeah, every one of us was given grace unto their measure. All right. So we understand that there's one language, there's one body. All right. There's one understanding. All right. We didn't get it at first. eventually we got the understanding. We all congealed together as a body, all right? And then likewise in other cities across the world, all right? And then even so as one body and one doctrine, okay? But each brother within the body, all right, they understand that they have their own calling, they have their own job they need to be doing, all right? According to the body, according to their calling, according to their measure, all right? According to their gift of faith, according to the grace that was given unto them. This grace was given unto us through the blood of Yahweh Shai. So now we understand that there's a time period in which we need to get right. And if you don't get right within that time period, hey man, you're fired. Literally, you get burnt up. You know, it's not funny, but that's what's gonna happen when you're fired. Okay? So we have this calling. Through the grace, the blood of Yahweh Shai, each brother, you know, we have our own way of coming into this thing. Some brothers may take a little bit longer to get it. Some brothers get it right away. Other brothers, you know, they soak everything in like a sponge. They remember everything. Other brothers, they don't. Maybe it takes a couple of years for them to remember certain scriptures, but eventually they get it. But we all under the same body. Some brothers teach, you know, they like to teach faith. Other brothers like to teach prophecy. Other brothers like to go into the history. Other brothers like to touch on all topics. But ultimately, we all have a job, and it's really for the same cause. It's to wake up the elect, all right, and finally get up out of here. Who was next?
I got something going.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
With the different bodies. This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, starting at verse 4. For as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office, so we being many are one body in Hamashiach, and everyone members one of another.
That's right. So everybody, you know, we're all one body, but not at the same office. Okay? Brothers, you know, we have to understand that we can't just, you know, want to be like the next brother. Okay? Yeah, I know your brothers have beautiful gifts. You know? However, you know, that's his gift, you know? You can't try to be like this man. You have your own purpose. And you have, and that's what we always talk about. You know, we don't always talk about, but we have in the past. It was a big discussion that we had in our camp, you know, a while back. Was, you know, what's your lot? What you supposed to be doing? What's your purpose in here? What are you doing? All right. What is the Lord had? What job does the Lord want you to be doing? What's your gift? What's your lot? Read on.
Verse 6. Having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given to us, whether prophecy, let us prophesy according to the proportion of faith, or ministry, let us wait on our ministering, or he that teacheth on teaching, or he that exhorteth on exhortation, he that giveth, let him do it with simplicity, he that ruleth with diligence, he that showeth mercy with cheerfulness. Let love be without dissimulation, abhor that which is evil, cleave to that which is good.
See, with all that, you know, all these different things, all right, we all still do the same thing, all right? We abhor evil, but we adhere to the light that Yahweh Shai has given unto us. All right? Keep reading though.
Verse 10, be kindly affectionate one to another,
right,
with brotherly love.
Yeah, be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love. All right? We deal with each other according to the Holy Scriptures. That's love. All right? Keep the Lord's statutes, commandments. So we deal with each other according to the Lord's statutes, commandments. And not only with us, but we even deal with those in the world to the best of our ability. Those that we have to come across in the world, we try to walk in the light towards them. You know, to always be in the light, always shining everywhere you go. Go ahead.
Reading on, in honor, preferring one another, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord.
Yeah, so we're not slothful in business, but fervent in spirit. So we have a fiery, feverish spirit to serve Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. That's what gets us hyped. I'll be talking, you know, we don't be talking all loud like this when we amongst the regular people. We all, you know, we're quiet. But when it comes to serving the Lord, we got a lot to say. When it comes to the Holy Bible, when it comes to the Bible and scriptures and righteousness, you can't shut us up. Let somebody mention the Bible in the world. You could be talking about football, you could be talking about music, We be talking about food or whatever the case with girls. You know, we might have one or two things to say, but when it comes to the Holy Bible and the Holy Scriptures and righteousness, you can't shut us up.
Especially if you're willing to listen and hearken. We'll stand there for hours with you.
Yeah, we didn't stand in the rain.
Yeah.
I'll stand in the rain and talk to you. I act like I don't even feel it raining. If you want to talk about it, but yeah, let's talk. Let's keep talking. You know? Yeah, we all can attest to this.
Ain't this a spirit? When I saw you at the store a couple months back, we just standing there talking in the middle of the parking lot, right? You know? That brother can tell. We ain't up here lying. That brother testified to you.
See?
Like, all right, let you get going, man. We be standing in the parking lot all day.
We're like 40 minutes later.
Yeah, you know?
You got a kid at home waiting for the food and all that. Like, oh shit, I gotta go home.
Like, damn, the sun done went down. You still out there talking about the
They're
scripture.
finna close. All right, closing in 10 minutes. Stick your food to the cashier. Like, oh shit, how long it been? Because we've been. What's you saying?
We talking, right? And the dude came behind us. Like,
Oh yeah, he asked us, do we smoke? Y'all want to buy some smoke
saying,
or whatever?
man.
Like, we building it like right in the middle of the parking lot. So we look to him, we like some niggas that just in the parking lot,
posted up.
just posted. So they ride by, ask us, we want to buy some weed or something. Like, nah, we good.
You get the gas. Get the fuck out of here, man. Go, be gone. But that's beautiful. That's a beautiful testimony. You see that? Because when it comes to this, you know, we all get sidetracked sometimes. You know, I myself, I might get too much sidetracked and caught up in my Esau work. You know, it happens. But then something's always gonna put us right back on track and be like, oh shit, I need to get my shit together. I need to focus on my priorities, and the Lord does that to you. You know, you can be like, hey, remember, you got a vocation, you got a job. What are you doing? Yeah, you work for him. Yeah, you've done enough work for me. What are you gonna do to work for me? Like, yeah, you're right. You know, you gotta look down on the floor like, damn, you know, ashamed. But when we start talking about this, or sometimes it don't even be like that. Sometimes you just focus on work or whatever, and then a brother may call you, and then you have a 3-hour conversation with the brother on the phone about some righteous stuff. And then now you all you want to do is make a video, or you want to do is, you know, watch videos, or read, or whatever the case may be, or meditate on the scriptures. You know, sometimes brothers just need to sit back and just meditate on the scriptures, meditate on the kingdom of heaven. Sometimes we just sit back and just think about what the kingdom of heaven is going to be like, instead of worrying about, oh yeah, when I get paid on Friday, yeah, I gotta pay this bill. Yeah, Lord, I can do this too. I'm gonna do that, do this, do that. No, sometimes we just sit back. We ain't worried. We ain't thinking about that. We thinking about, you know, godly things. Our mind is on godly. Our mind is on the kingdom of heaven. Put your treasure where your heart is, right?
I got a big one. This is Matthew 15. Matthew chapter 15 and verse 18. But those things which proceed out of the mouth cometh forth from the heart, and they defile the man. Read it again. Matthew 15 and 18. But those things which proceed out of the mouth, right, come forth from the heart. They defile the man.
Yeah. So what comes out of your mouth, you know, that comes from your heart, man. That comes from your spirit. You thought that out. You thought to say that. Okay. It came from your mind. You made a conscious decision to say that, and that could ultimately defile you, bro. You're talking a bunch of madness. But what? When we speak, we don't. If we don't got nothing right to say, we don't say nothing.
That's why James 3rd chapter says out of the mouth proceeded cursing and blessings. That's why you gotta be careful when it's righteous communication. You gotta be careful with the words that come out of your mouth, because that's what's gonna defile you. Because that's your intent. Your heart's intent comes before your actions in your mouth.
And we understand that there's a Clark Kent mode that we need to be in when we're in the world, you know. But as long as you know what you're doing, you know, you're doing it. It's not coming from your heart. Of course, you gotta come back there, you know. But when we speak, it comes from the heart. So especially when you hear brothers, we speaking fervently like this, and we making these videos like this, we speaking fervently. This is coming from our spirit. This is coming from the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yeah, all the ass pictures, man.
Hey, they better hold that nigga back to show, boy.
Yeah, you know, a shark come back on some George shit.
And they sink and run out of gas.
Either anything would be great. Yeah, I pray that happens. I want to see it on the news. I want to see it right now. It'd be cool.
But the sisters act.
Yeah, we don't care. Yeah, and see you people out there that oh, you think we just hate our nation? No, man. They gone, man.
We just spoke about this earlier. How we out here, we make our bodies a living sacrifice for them. What y'all doing in these points of towns, right? They over here twerking and riding on the boat and all this. They roll right past the prophets and mock it, right? So why would the Lord have mercy on somebody like that, man?
They're marked. The Lord ain't gonna have mercy on them, unless it's like maybe one or two people on a boat that may look to the right and be like, I think those are the prophets. I think those are I think that's the Israelites. And they're the only one that's quiet on the boat because they see the prophets over there. And that could happen. They'd be like, oh shoot, and now they thinking to themselves like, I need to get off this boat. Maybe I need to do something with my life. The Lord do that to somebody. It'd be like 50 people on a boat. Then there's one person that turned to the right and the seat, like just reminded themselves that I shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
I need to be doing the right thing.
Hey, the scripture say all things are possible with your house shy. But on that particular boat, however.
Oh, I didn't look
Yeah. Wasn't looking too good.
Let's
just leave it at that.
Make George come and get them. Yeah, George come and get them, man. When they get onto that bridge, make George come and get them. We ain't worried about them. Watch that. Where they going to work. Go back to that 1915 about communication.
You got some books?
Yeah, going back to communication, being careful what you speak, because that's what's going to defile you. That's why it says, Surah 27, praise no man before you hear him speak, because that's the trial of men. That's why I said the laws of testimony, speaking out point his word is no lighting. So people talk about what they enjoy. That's why Jake want to talk about.
You can put them under
drinking,
each other too.
Football, basketball, because that's what their heart's at. That's what their mind's at. Going into a righteous man, somehow or another, it's going to turn into a righteous conversation. Somebody tripped, judgment. He started talking about the Lord's judgment. He started talking about America being destroyed with a chip. So that's why the Lord says be around godly men. There's always you're going to find some type of way to be in the spirit. Yeah, that's real talk. The Lord's always going to get you back into the spirit. Yeah. So what? Yeah, the Lord's no, that's still got juice.
Water.
Juice. That's a good point though. The Lord is always gonna, if you're meant to get it, he's always gonna stack you back to reality. You could be with a bunch of 2/3 amongst them, and then the Lord's gonna slap you back into reality and like, you know what, you shouldn't be around these cats. You're gonna see something. You might just turn to the side and see 144, and then you can remember what your cousin was talking about the other day. You watched all those videos for like 3 hours. You were watching videos with your cousin, and you was feeling it. But you wasn't fully persuaded yet. And now you hanging around Jake doing nigga shit, and then the Lord shows you another sign. The Lord is very merciful. The Lord is very fair with this. This is actually really easy. The Lord has made this so easy for you to get. Like it's so simple. Like he show you like 144. Yeah. He'll show you. You might be watching a movie Esau put out. And it's everything that's in the movie is what it's a lesson you just watched on one of the brothers' videos, but in a carnal sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that's why it goes back to the Most High made man to be upright, but they set out many inventions. So it's easy, but our own devices turn us away from the Lord. Distractions.
Yep, and that's part of the Lord's going to put the stumbling blocks out there. Because he wants only his elect to get it. If he really wanted everybody to get it, then everybody would have gotten it by now. The internet is, is a huge thing. Everybody came across it at one point or another, one way or another, but they didn't want to get it. They weren't meant to get it. The Lord didn't want them. So the Lord what? He gave them up to vile affections. He gave them up to all types of different philosophies, and so they in that. Try to talk to a transsexual trainee. Try talking to a trainee, be like, you shouldn't be doing that.
He's gonna try to fight you and shit.
Yeah. Good luck with that. You shouldn't be doing it. Scriptures say, you shouldn't be wearing a woman's garment. They're not meant to get it. They're not gonna get it.
Gotcha.
Good.
So 2 Corinthians chapter 4, 2 Corinthians 4, I'll read 3 and 4, verse 3, 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost.
If our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. Because this, again, like I just said, this thing is easy. Lord made this so easy. He's so fair with this. Like, Lord could have made this dumb hard. But no, he made it. He's working on us. He's baby steps. He's giving us time. All right. And if you're kind of shaky about something, the Lord will throw a spiritual sign at your ass. He won't kill you. You know, he'll give you brothers. He gave you the internet. Like, you won't be searching for it, but you'll still pop up in your feed. You're not even searching for Israelites, but then all of a sudden on your recommended is you're gonna see like Nathaniel 7 or something there, and then something you might click upon and say, oh shit, I ain't gonna click this shit, and then all of a sudden you start learning about your heritage, or you find one of the brothers in one of the camps. You might find the apostles. You might get lucky enough to just go straight to the apostles. Watch them be right by you, bro. You know, it's track to yeah, go ahead.
This is our.
Yeah, finish it.
2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 4. 2 Corinthians 4:4. In whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not.
Yeah, blinded. Go ahead.
Lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahushai, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them.
Mm-hmm. And it shines onto them by the way of the prophets, by the words coming out of our mouth, which is the words of the Heavenly Father. All right? But if they're meant to get it, they're going to get it. If they're not meant to get it, it's going to go right over their head. You know? Read on. That was it. Okay, go ahead, bro.
This is Revelation chapter 7 and verse 1. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding back the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor the sea, nor any tree. And I'm going to read down verse 3. It says, and I saw another angel ascended from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with the voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads.
Yeah, so there's a time period where the Lord's, because we always talk about the destruction. You look at my channel, I always talking about death, and I always talking about, you know, what's going to happen, you know. And you look at all the brothers, you look what the elders are talking about, you look at the news, you know, it's nothing good. That's the Lord saying, I'm about to bring some heavy hell on this earth. But the Lord said, yo, hold your peace. You know, he's talking to the angels, saying, yo, don't go all the way in yet until everybody is sealed. So until the last man of the 144,000 is sealed on the earth, you can't destroy this earth. So that's why we see signs of the destruction coming, but we're still living here. Because as we're still out here. We still see the prophets prophesying the end of Babylon, because there's still work to be done. There's still men out there that need to come up out of that sleep that they're in, that are meant to come out of the sleep. Because remember, not everybody's meant to come up out of the sleep, because they have the spirit of sleep on them, and that's how it's going to end for them. That's their story. But those that are in the sleep, there's some of them that are going to wake up. That you go into the book of Ezekiel chapter 37. Okay? Those dry bones, man. But when they start hearing this, their faith comes by hearing. So you hear it, and then you. Another one says by the way of remembrance. You know. So we have to. When you hear it, you start remembering who you are, and then you become fully persuaded. You all the way in. There's still people out there that need to come into this truth that still need to hear it. Or maybe they heard it once, but they haven't been fully persuaded yet. They have to hear it twice, maybe. Go ahead.
You said what you said, how it's easy.
Yep.
Ecclesiasticus 39 and 24. As his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked.
Yeah, Khan. That's the spirit. He brought that out earlier. Read it one more time.
As his ways are plain unto the holy.
As his ways are plain to the holy. Go ahead.
So are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked.
So the holy being the elect. The elect is going to understand it. It's plain to the elect. They get it. They hear it once. They hear it twice. And it's like, okay, yeah, this is clearly the truth. But onto the wicked, it's like you're going to have all these excuses for this not to be the truth. When we have, look at all these signs, like you were saying, we got all these signs out here. Like how much proof do you need, bro? We have pictures. We got scriptures. We got the news. Turn on the news right now.
Yeah, prophecy speaking louder.
Yeah, turn on the news. I bet you I'll find a scripture for whatever's on the news right now. But you can't understand because you wicked, bro. You one of them wicked. You a 2/3. You a 2/3. The scripture said 2/3 got to be cut off and die. Two parts there and got to be cut off and die, but 1/3 is gonna be left therein. Water for that, bro. Yeah, go ahead. One second. Yeah, you go ahead.
All right, this is the book of Romans, chapter 11, and verse 7. What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
What? Israel haven't obtained what that which he's seeking for, but the election have obtained it. So the elect is going to get it. So you see those men out there that are doing this. There's a good chance that those men are part of the elect of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You better be careful how you treat those men. You treat them like with respect. Because hey, through them, who knows? You may actually learn something. And if you learn something righteous, hey, you might come standing right next to them. The scripture says, man, come rest with ye that is trouble, rest with us.
Yeah, for a second, yeah.
Yeah, come rest with us.
Esau gonna come over here with the squeaky door and shit.
It'll behoove you to align yourself with the prophets and try to learn a thing or two. Otherwise, you're not gonna make it, bro. Read it again. You still got it?
Yeah. This is the book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 7. What then? Israel has not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election has obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
The rest are blinded. The election have obtained it, but the rest are blinded. And the election is a small group of people. All right? They're going to get it. That's why we look crazy. That's why you look stupid and crazy out here. That's why everybody, look at these guys wearing dresses, making fun of us. Why y'all doing that? Why y'all wearing that for? Why y'all got to do that? Why y'all look like that? You're blinded, man. You ain't going to get it. I can sit here and explain what this means and what all this means. And you ain't trying to hear all that. You're going to go take the phone right out of your pocket and start texting somebody. That's what you're going to do.
Ezekiel 9:4 through 6.
Go ahead, bro.
And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Yeah. So go to the midst of the city, to the midst of Jerusalem. And again, Jerusalem is the people before as a place. So we're not going all across to the Middle East. No. Go to the midst of the city, go to the midst of Jerusalem, go to where your people are, to where the Israelites are. All right? And this is talking about an angel. Okay? So this is spiritual. All right? So we said, set a mark on the, read it again, set a mark on the forehead, start there.
Set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Right, so that mark, when you go into the word mark, is the wa, which means basically exemption, a mark of exemption. All right, so it's not a physical mark that someone's gonna take a Sharpie and put it on your forehead. He's cool. No, it's a spiritual mark, meaning he's exempt from exempt from what? Exempt from judgment.
Because the actual word means mark, but this particular case, it's a mark of, because a mark is just a sign for something, Right. This mark is the sign, like you said, the what word was it?
Exemption.
Exemption. Yep.
Yeah. In this case, it's exemption from what though? Yep. Exemption from the judgment that's about to come on this earth. Judgment, and judgment come nowhere to run. Okay, so that's what you're exempt from. So you're saying set a mark on the foreheads of the men that what? Sigh and that cry. Who is that? Who could that be? Who are the ones sighing and crying? Go ahead.
5. And to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city, smite, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
Yeah. So in other words, those that don't have the mark of exemption, that don't have that sign, all right, it says smite them. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. And that's not saying, oh, I could go out and kill everybody. No, chill out. All right, that's not what it's saying. There's going to be a time for all that, and it ain't the time now. You try to do that right now, you're going to get locked up.
All right. Like I say, that's going into Jacob's trouble right there, man. So you got the 2/3 versus the 1/3, man. And the Lord says He's going to protect the 1/3, but 2/3 is going to get taken out. That's why I say, hey, Revelation 12:12, the devil's coming down, you having great wrath.
Right.
All right. So in this point in time, what is it? Daniel 12, talking about, but the elect going to be saved out of it. All right. Job 5, to do all these different things. You're going to be delivered from these different things, man.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, you see that? It'll talk about the judgment, and then in the same verse, it'll talk about the deliverance. And these people that are written in the book, they're gonna be straight. All right, but you're gonna be all right. So it talks about the judgment, but then the comfort comes right after that. So it says, "Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity." That means those people that you see getting judged by Yahweh Shem Yahushua, don't worry about them. Okay, And we saying that right now. Right? We see judgment happen to 2/3 of our people right now. We ain't even in the time of Jacob's trouble like that. We ain't a precursor of Jacob's trouble. And we don't have pity on these people. We don't got no pity on them because they don't deserve it. They wicked. They've been wicked. Okay? Read on.
Number 6.
Yeah, but
Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women.
yeah, that's pretty rough, bro. So basically, anybody can get it. You know, you could be a little 10-year-old girl, or you could be an old man with a cane. If you were not part of the Lord's elect, then the Lord doesn't want you. He doesn't care about you. He hates your guts, and you're gonna be all right in the kingdom of heaven if you're an Israelite. You're just gonna have to die on this side, but you're not worthy of salvation because you wasn't doing nothing for the Lord. You know, and if you're a little kid, yeah, you might be a little kid or whatever, but you know, whatever you did in your past life, the Lord saw it fit and meet for you to have that judgment in this life. So we're not really, you know, that's why we like stoic up here. We don't really care. You know, we see it on the news, we're like, oh shoot, take a shot.
Yeah, they figured it out. They have to learn how to live by pain. They despise the prophets, man.
They despised us, yeah. They misused and they hate us. They don't like us, so the Lord don't like them. Finish that off.
Or come not near any man upon whom is the mark.
That's right, who is exempt. So those that are exempt, that means that the angel ain't gonna touch them. All right? They're gonna be straight, they're good, but if you don't got it, bro, it's all about your luck. You know, you're gonna have to catch a hot one from Esau or whatever way that the judgment's gonna come from you. Hold on 1 second. Go ahead, bro.
And I got some pretty much going to say there's no excuse. It's Deuteronomy chapter 30. I'll start at verse 11. For this commandment, which I command thee this day, it is not hidden from thee, neither is it far off. Verse 12. It is not in heaven, that thou shouldest say, who shall go up for us to heaven, and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it. Verse 13. Neither is it beyond the sea, that thou shouldest say, who shall go over the sea for us, bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it. Verse 14, but the word is very nigh unto thee, in thy mouth and in thy heart, that thou mayest do it. So going into, there's no excuse. That's why we're out in highways and byways, say, hey, Isaiah 45:7, the Lord said, I have not spoken in secret or in the dark place of the earth. We're right here in front of you, speaking the same language you speak, as well as all around the world that speak different languages to break it down to you. But, our people don't want to hearken, so there's no excuse. That's why going into being stoic, and there's going to be no shedding tears for these people, because there's no excuse. And also because the Lord, He don't want to deliver them, because it's for their own good anyways. So we don't want to listen.
And we only, it's only, we're in our flesh, so yeah, I know we see what happens to Jake sometimes. And of course we feel some type of way. We're not just assholes, but honestly, when it comes down to it, when we, gain our bearings, it's of the Lord. And we just have to always remember that when we see the judgment happen, we just got to remember it's of the Lord. Okay? Of course, we all got hearts up here. We're not just assholes, bro. We do have some love for our people. That's why we're out here doing this, because we do love our people. We want to give everybody. It's beautiful for everybody to have a fair chance to get this. Okay, and if we can be part of that chance, then how beautiful is that? That's it on that. Go ahead, bro.
Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 14. They have blown the trumpet, even to make all ready, but none go into the battle, for my wrath is upon all the multitude of.
Yeah, man, we blowing the trumpet. This is a warning. When you hear the trumpet being blown in the cities back in those days, that's a warning for either, the danger's coming, or maybe an elected official or a nobleman is coming, or whatever the case is. This is a warning for something. All right, and the warning is for you to get right now, get in your spot, get in your post now, because if you don't, you're going to be in trouble, in serious trouble. So this is a fair warning. Again, if we can be part of that warning and helping out, the Lord, doing the Lord's work, all right, that's a beautiful, that's a noble, honorable act that we're doing, that we're involved in. So we'll take that,
Hosea 5:15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense.
Yeah, Lord said He ain't dealing with us, man, so you acknowledge what you did wrong and that you're sorry. You don't want nothing to do with our nation no more. Go ahead.
And seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early.
In their affliction will they seek me early. So now Jake had to get slapped up a little bit in order for them to really understand who the power is. All right, and again, it starts with that small little sanctuary. As a matter of fact, you still got that? If you could get it again, read that last part.
In their affliction, they will seek me early.
In their affliction, will the Israelites seek Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, so again, we have to go through this. We have to go through slavery after slavery, you know, captivity after captivity, and get jacked up, you know, under all these different nations to finally understand who we are. All right, and now it's funny because you have Jake out there that, you know, they're getting slapped up all the time. They poor and all this stuff, and they're afflicted, but they're seeking the wrong gods. They're not seeking the right God, or they're trying to seek God, but they're seeking in the wrong way. They don't want to get in order. We understood once we got afflicted. We understood what the problem was, and we came right back to our power. Keep reading now. Where you left off.
Number 6. And begin at my sanctuary.
Yeah.
Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house.
So the Lord's going to start at the house of Israel when he brings that judgment, because you got judged by all these different nations. All right. So now when that big dark and gloomy day comes, the day of the Lord, judgment day, whatever you want to call it. All right. When the Lord comes back, all right, the second coming, he's going to start with you Israelites. And that's what Jacob's trouble really is. It's called Jacob's trouble. Okay?
That's before Esau get taken out of power. So
yeah, this is still within the power of Esau. Okay? Before the Lord actually comes back. That's the precursor to the coming of the Lord. And right now, we're in the precursor to Jacob's trouble. That's how close we are, brothers. But the Lord says he's going to start his sanctuary first. He's going to start with you Black Hispanics and Native Americans. Because you are the ones that he loves. The Lord's going to start with his sons. If your son makes a mistake, if your son goes and hangs out with a bunch of bad kids, you're not going to go and get mad at the kids, the other kids. You're going to get mad at your son for hanging out with those kids. So the Lord's going to start with his sanctuary first.
Precept.
Go ahead, bro.
Quick precept here.
That was it on that?
Precept we're going to 2/3. It's Psalm 69, verse 22. Let their table become a snare before them, and that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap.
Yeah, you're gonna fall right into that. You know, you think everything you just set up for you right here in this world right now is for your benefit. Well, guess what? Well, everything that's set up right for you that you believe is for your benefit is gonna be a trap for you. You're gonna fall right into it. All right? You're gonna be so far left that there's no way you can get right with your Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Like, you involved in everything under the sun. So when that day the Lord comes, there's no way for you to get. You're gonna be trying to pick up all the pieces. Like, oh shoot, oh yeah, my cousin said, oh, it's too late, dog. You forgot the name of the Lord. You don't know nothing. You over there calling on. You still calling on Jesus. Like, maybe if I just call on Jesus, maybe that's enough. Maybe you know, the Lord see that I really care. I don't know the name, but I'm just gonna say Christ because that's what I know. I'm just gonna say what I know. All right. You know, go ahead.
Hey, read that again.
Yes. Psalm 69, verse 22. Let their table become a snare before them.
Not let their table become a snare before them, because Yahushua, the scriptures say he prepared the table for me in the presence of my enemies. That's talking about his word. So let that table be a snare before them. So when they read his words, and they try to, as the brother read Romans 11:7, all right, what then Israel have not obtained that which he's seeking for, but the election have obtained it. Because why? Yahushua spoke to them in parables. So when they read this Bible and we begin to break things down, they see, in their eyes, they see contradictions. They see, you know, they just can't grasp it. So, you know, that's why this book was written like that in a parabolic form. So let that table be a snare for them. Go ahead.
And that which should have been for their welfare.
And this scripture was supposed to be for their welfare. Through this is how they was able to obtain salvation. They would have been able to obtain salvation, obtain peace, obtain the glory, all things that fall underneath those lines. He said this for their welfare was pretty much set up as a trap for them. Go ahead real quick. Now you can get it once. That was it on that?
I got verse 23. Let their eyes be darkened.
And that's what talking about this truth. So the Lord said this this word up as traps for 2/3 of our people. So when they read it or when they hear it, they can't get it. So that will, for their well-being has been what? Read that part again.
Verse 22, Psalm 69, verse 22. That which should have been for their welfare.
Exactly, their welfare, the benefits of receiving this word. Go ahead.
Let it become a trap.
Let it become a trap. Go ahead.
Verse 23. Let their eyes be darkened, that they see not.
That they see not. That they see not. This is what we talked about. Because here it is. You can break all this stuff down to them. Yahushua, for example, Israelite 101. Yahushua was a so-called black man. That image, that witchcraft, or that sorcery is still so stuck in their head that they can't see it. You know what I'm saying? Now you read the scriptures, because I remember in the world reading the description of Yahushua, they're like, don't that mean he's black? But I said, no, he can't be black. He can't be black, because that ain't what they show. You know what I'm saying? So I was still underneath that.
It's an enchantment.
Enchantment, exactly. That's what it is, man. So here it is. The word was for their welfare, for them to free their minds from this captivity, free their minds from this oppression. All right, it has become a trap onto them. Read on.
Verse 23. Let their eyes be darkened, that they see not, and make their loins continually to shake.
Yep. So continually to shake, because why? This truth brings forth comfort. So don't comfort them. Let their loins continue to shake. Let them continue to fear the oppressor. Let them continue to look and not know where they're going, not know why things are like this, not knowing why destruction and famine is coming. No. Let them continue to be like that. And that's the way the Lord set up this word, the way he set it up to trap 2/3 of our people. That's why a lot of it is stumbling blocks, as the brother read earlier. If our gospel be hid, it's hid to them that are lost. Because the Lord didn't want everybody to come and get this word. Go ahead. All right.
This is verse 24. Pour out thy indignation upon them.
Yeah, so the Lord say, pour out the indignation. Don't let them get it. Because in James it say, therefore receive the grafted word, which is able to save your soul. So no. Set up as a trap. Keep their eyes dark, their ears void of listening, void of understanding, and just let that straight judgment roll on them. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 24. Pour out thy indignation upon them, and let thy wrathful anger take hold of them. Verse 25. Let their habitation be desolate, and let none dwell in their tents.
Yep. So the Lord's pretty much going to uproot all the evildoers of my people. The scriptures say all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. So the Lord just going to have to uproot you by just completely just destroying you. Because if he leave one nigger or one spick among us, all right, sin is going to enter back into Israel. Because remember, through one man, sin entered into the whole world. And that's not talking about, that's talking about first and foremost the world of Israel. All right, because that's the only world that the Heavenly Father is concerned with. So through sin, one man's sin entered into the world. You know, so hey, the Lord have to completely uproot all the seed, the wicked, the sinners of our people, so we can be cleansed. You know, we can be from amongst them. You know?
That's their purifying. The Lord said he was going to purify the acceptable man through the furnace of adversity. The 2/3, they got to go through the actual furnace. You know, it ain't going to be the trial and tribulation we go through. It's just going to be the nukes. You know, that's their purifying stage. But they're going to be righteous, you know, but they got to know death by pain first, you know. They got to know it by death by pain. You know, but the elect, you know, with the 144, the rest of the 1/3, you know, they're going to be purified on this side, you know. And then some of them going to return with the Lord, of course, but they've already went through their purifying, you know. So you'd rather get purified now than to get purified when those missiles come, or the time of Jacob's trouble, you know.
Verse 26. For they persecute him whom thou hast smitten, and they talk to the grief of those whom thou hast wounded.
All right, and ultimately that's talking about Yahushua. Okay, but here in these times, hey, that's talking about us. You know what I mean? Which we are an extension of Yahushua, because we are the body of Yahushua. But you know, David was a prophet, man. You know, because why? Because if you go in even a deeper understanding of that, when you go into Romans, they say they stumbled at the stumbling block. Pretty much Yahushua, they didn't accept Yahushua, man. So let it be a snare. That's why when Yahushua came on the scene as the brothers went to earth, they couldn't accept him.
It was a rock of offense.
Yeah, it was a rock of offense to them. It literally, Yahushua offended niggas when he came in that presence. They like automatically, you know, demons walk past us, they just start cussing at us and yelling at us. It's like our presence just offends them. You know, like silver to a vampire. You know, cloak that silver away from me. It offends me. That one movie Dracula, he went into the cave with some silver on, and the vampire told him, "Hey, cloak that silver. It offends me because it was burning." You know, we are that light, man.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? Hey, this just like what it says. No, it's garlic. It might be garlic.
Garlic
Silver's
and
the
silver.
werewolf.
Both of them
okay,
vampires,
yeah, but you know, it's a repellent unto these people, man.
Yep.
The truth. And it gets, like the brother said, it's the demons on them. It's not that they have a personal vendetta. Okay, so I mean they might, but if it's just a random person, it'd be them demons going crazy. Because like when Yahushua went up to that dude, I think it was Legion. Yeah, it was Legion. That the demons were like, don't where you coming in torment and saying that it ain't our time. So they knew he was. You know, and Paul too, when it said, or when the guys went to try to cast the demon out, the demons are like, "Who are you guys?"
Yeah,
you know, Paul,
how shy I know, but who are you?
So they know it was by name. Lord's will be those men here. Go ahead.
Psalm 69, verse 27. Add iniquity unto their iniquity.
Yeah. So hey, continue to allow them to just add on, because as the Most High is adding cases on the Esau Edom, adding his sins on. Hey, he adding 2/3 of our people too. Add their iniquity upon their iniquity. Because why? When he comes back, they're not covered. You know, they have to pay that tab, man. If we stay within the boundaries of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we're covered. But once we leave outside of those, yeah, exactly. Once we leave outside of those boundaries, your sin's on you, man. Hey, anything happen to you out there, that's on you.
It's like a contract. When you sign a contract, look, if you break the contract, we can't cover you. You know,
exactly.
But if you stay within the guidelines, you know, you're good. You know, it's gonna be dissolved. All your shit's gonna be dissolved.
Yep.
Verse 27. Add iniquity unto their iniquity, and let them not come into thy righteousness.
Exactly. So what? That's talking about this word. Let them not hear this truth. You understand? So it's a blessing for you to be here, all y'all brothers, man. He don't want a lot of people coming into him. It's plain and simple, man. You know, going back to Matthew's, Yahushua's famous quote of Matthew 13, why speakest thou unto them in parables? It's given unto you to know. So the Lord kept this word far from them, man. The understanding of this word, he kept it far from the majority of our people. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 28. Let them be blotted out of the book of the living.
Woo! That's cold.
That's cold.
So it ain't us. It's not us. You know what I'm saying? It's not us. It's not us at all, man. The Lord revealed this word to us. We moved with fear to come out here and tell you the same thing. And if you received it, you received it. But majority of our people are not going to receive the word. And what? We didn't design it that way. This book was written in a metaphor, parabolic, man. It wasn't written like a textbook anybody can open up and get the spitting and taking off. No. It's written a piece there, piece there, piece there. As it said in Isaiah 28, I believe. You know, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. So the Lord designed this word like this for that specific reason, man. All right? It's a spirit of understanding has to be on you for you to better hear that. So don't take that lightly, man. You know? Go ahead.
Psalm 69, verse 28. Let them be blotted out of the book of the living, and not be written with the righteous.
And not be written, not be numbered amongst us, man. You know? Not be numbered amongst that righteous remnant. So a lot of our people, the Lord, when the scriptures say 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, the Lord really got lots for 2/3 of our people that's going to already be fulfilled. So why should we resist the will of the Lord? The Lord said he don't want majority of our people, man. He want the first fruits, the cream of the crop, man. The ones that's with Yahushua from the beginning, man. Okay, go ahead.
I got some. It's the second Edge, chapter 8. I'll read verse 46 and 47. Second Edge, chapter 8, verse 46. Because reading up early in this chapter, Edge is crying unto the Lord to save all of Israel. It's second Edge, chapter 8, verse 46. Then answered he me and said, things present are for the present, and things to come for such as to become. Verse 47, for thou comest far short, that thou shouldest be able to love my creature more than I, but have oft times drawn nigh unto thee, and unto it, but never to the unrighteous. So again, going to the Lord is only dealing with the specific people. So the Lord is the creator. He can do whatever what he wants with his creation. You know, the potter has power over the vessel. You know, so the Lord, he molds things according to his pleasure. That's why Proverbs 16:4, the Lord made all things for himself, even the wicked for the day of evil. You could say, hey, why don't the Lord just save us all? Like Daniel snapped the finger, we in the kingdom. That's not the Lord wanted to play out. You know, the Lord said, I love you, can't love the creature more than me. So you can't tell me how I'm supposed to manipulate and operate with my creation.
I got something real quick. St. John 16, verse 25. St. John 16:25 says, these things have I spoken unto you in Proverbs. So going back to let that table be as a snare for them. The Lord spoke unto you in Proverbs. Go read the book of Proverbs. You know, that takes, you know, you listen and that takes a man of understanding to sit down and think about, shoot, I don't know what he talking about in this verse. I really pray to the Lord to get some more understanding. You know what I mean? Deep, dark parables and sayings, man. All right, that's how this book was written. And there's levels to this thing. Some man can go in and understand every parable written in there and every verse from like the elder apostles. And then, you know, some man can't. You know, so every man was given their measure of what the Spirit laid upon them. But Yahushua was that one who received the Spirit without measure. You know, in the Spirit 100% of the time. All right, all knowledge was given unto him. The Lord held nothing back from Yahushua, but he gave us all portions and knowledge, wisdom, and understanding according to our measure of what we could handle, you know, in these times, you know. So it says, these things have I spoken unto you in Proverbs, but the time cometh when I shall no more speak unto you in Proverbs, but I shall show you plainly of the Father. Verse 26, at that day ye shall ask in my name, and I say, not unto you that I will pray the Father for you, for the Father himself loveth you, because ye have loved me. All right? So, hey, the scriptures say the wisdom and knowledge come from up above, man. So the Heavenly Father is giving us knowledge, wisdom, and understanding out of love, because why? We show love towards Yahushua, man. You know? And the Lord's will, he continue to sup with us into these last days. You know, as we always put up prayers to watch the elect, you know, so we don't get caught up within these devices. You know, because scripture said the devil's coming down having great wrath. Paul said that grievous wolves is going to enter in among you, man. All right? Scaring the flock. That's why you got to get this stuff now, man. You know, get educated now. You know, through the Spirit. Learn all these things now. Prepare your minds now. Because it's going to come a time where, you know, things are just going to come suddenly. Sudden destruction. And I truly believe, you know, brothers that's been within this thing, like anything that happened, that training just gonna kick right in. You know, oh, brothers said this is gonna happen, and you're gonna kick right in the gear. You're gonna be right in the spirit, man.
Right.
You know,
and the Lord's about to be doing these miracles in these last days, so you're gonna see things that you didn't even expect. Like when Peter was let out of prison, Paul was let out of prison. They weren't expecting that, but you know it's gonna happen. You know, and you might not even be able to understand it right there and then. You just gotta go with the Spirit, though. It was like Peter did. He didn't even know what was happening until, you know, later, and he left the prison. Then he realized that there was an angel that just did all that. But you know, that's gonna be faith boosting itself, like the brother's saying, man. That faith is gonna take over. You know, if the Lord has ordained you from the beginning.
Second Ezra 12 and 36. Thou only hast been meet to know the secret of the highest. Therefore, write all these things that thou hast seen in the book and hide them.
Yep. Because there was meat to receive the secrets of the highest. So the scriptures say, bring forth meat, fruit. It's like a meat for repentance. Fruit, meat for repentance, man. All right. So the Lord is very. All right. The Lord just don't allow everybody in the circle. You know, chosen men chosen. You know. Everybody can just walk up into this now. I mean, you can walk up until here, but you know, you won't be there for long. You know, if the Lord hasn't planted you here, because he said every seed that my Father have not planted shall be rooted up. All right, and pretty much
cast
it out
darkness.
in the darkness, man. You know, So we moving with fear, humility. That's why the scriptures always speak about fear and humility, and meekness and humble. Because at any point in time, you know, you don't know where you could be at. You know, the Lord take the spirit from you, take the peace from you, and take you through. You know? That was it. That was it on that. Right? Yeah. So take this and hide it, because why? It's precious. You know, brothers move. You know, brothers move with a sense of you know, incognito. You know, when we move with this truth, man. Clark Kent. You know, and that's what that means, man. You're not supposed to walk around with fringes, exposing yourself, man. This thing is it's a secret, man. We out in the open, but at the same time, it's a secret.
Yeah, be walking wise, you know, redeeming the time. So it ain't gonna be wise to be, you know, telling everybody all your business, you know.
Yeah.
Time and a place for everything.
You say you got something?
Ecclesiasticus 33 and 13. As the clay is in the potter's hand, fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him to render to them as liketh him best.
So hey, the Most High have vessels that he's going to save, and he has vessels that he's just going to destroy. All right? We didn't come up with the numbers. You know, we didn't create this. Shoot, like brothers always say, we didn't say we just wanted to come out here and do this, man. You know, if it was up to us, we'd be doing what we wanted to do. But here it is. You know, we doing the will of the Heavenly Father, man. All right?
Hey, real quick, and it's like, say you have a collection of things, then you got a section that, all right, these are my favorite right here, these favorite collection that I have, you know, whatever, let's say cars, you know, this is my favorite collection of cars right here, of all of them. But then within that, you're going to have a favorite within your favorite, you know what I'm saying? So that's the 1/3, beginning with the elect of the Lord's favorite. The Lord got a favorite within his favorite, you know? And that's the one the Lord's dealing with, and that's going to allow to come back to him in these last days and receive salvation. Yeah. He got a quick reason real quick.
This is,
is that it on that?
This is Galatians 6 and 16. And as many as walk according to this rule, peace be on them, and mercy and upon the Israel of the Most High.
There you go, the Israel of the Most High, man. You go to Romans 9. They had already all Israel. Because what? It's the Israel. The Most High has Israel himself. You know, that's which really was what, the house of David. You know, and what does Dawodah mean? Means beloved. So the Lord has a beloved house within His chosen house. You know, within His chosen people, He has a chosen people. You know, and the Lord can do that because He can do whatever He wants. You know, He can play favoritism all day. It's like,
all right. So this is Romans 9 and 4. It says.
They're not all interested.
No, I think it's like 8. Yeah. Well, let's start at verse 8.
Yeah.
6. This is Romans 9 and 5. It says, who are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, who is over all, the Most High blessed forever. Amen. Not as though the word of the Most High have taken an effect. For they are not all Israel, which are of Israel.
Yep. Because the Lord said, what? You got to cast after the second or the first and second admonishment, you cast them out as a heathen, man. So the 2/3 of our people are heathens right now at this point, man. You know, they think they call themselves Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. That ain't the God. That ain't the Israel of the Most High, man. The Israel of the Most High are the ones that are going to be out here, you know, teaching His word, and then the ones that are going to believe on their words. All right, ultimately believe on Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's what the Lord's looking for. The Lord ain't looking for the grimy niggas in the hood that just want to keep living it up in America. All right, the savage Latinos butchering each other in the streets. The Lord ain't coming for them, man. He's coming to destroy them.
Yep. St. John's, back in St. John 16 and 25. These things have I spoken unto you in Proverbs, but the time cometh when I shall no more speak unto you in Proverbs, but I shall show you plainly of the fathers.
Now we understand plainly. We can plainly see the prophecies. We can plainly see and understand the scriptures. Because this is the time. The Lord is no longer. Because even during that time, He would speak in parables, and then He would have to privately break it down. Now we hear these parables, and we got to understand it. Because the Lord has given it to the apostles on down, you know.
And recognize how that feels, man. you got answers to some, and you see somebody only giving it to their friend, like right here, how you gonna feel on the outside looking in? You want the answers, right? You gonna be like, man, why he ain't sharing it with me? So that's kind of, you know, the circumstance we are up underneath, man. We've been shown that, hey, this is the answer for right here.
Like people don't even know we got the answer.
Exactly.
You know, and we giving it freely. We say, look, this is the answer to the test right here. And we was just, fuck it, they trying to rip me off. It's too good to be true. Well, okay, well, hey, so what if something I believe, you know? When that final test comes,
you get a zero.
There ain't no 50%.
Nah,
You either fail it or pass it.
Exactly, yeah. That's the part about this too. It says, at the day ye shall ask in my name, and I say not unto you that I will pray the Father for you. For the Father himself loveth you, because ye have loved me, and have believed that I come out from him.
So the Lord, the Most High knows, you know, that we know, you know. He's the one that gave it to us, the information, but that's why he loves us. Because since we're able to know this, he loved us before he even made us, really, because he gave us this opportunity, you know, to download. We didn't just find this because it was our own will. The Lord, like he said, you have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, man. Yeah. We don't just wake up one morning and decide to serve the Lord, contrary to what they tell you in church. You know, I serve Jesus, you know, and now he knows my heart. I've been saved. Saved from what? You know?
What they say, you chose Jesus as your Lord and Savior.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord say, you have not chosen me, but I've chosen you. So how you gonna choose him to be your Lord and Savior when he say, I'm the one that do the choosing?
Yeah, so they put themselves above Yahushua.
Yeah.
I choose you. You don't choose me. I choose you. I found God.
Yeah. Or come when you ready.
Come as
Open
you
arms,
are.
come as you are.
That's not the scripture.
That ain't in the scripture. That's not biblical, man.
Once saved, always saved.
Yeah.
But once saved, always
Born
saved.
again. Never mind. Them folks going on. Go ahead.
Verse 28, I come forth from the Father and am come into the world again. I leave the world and go to the Father. His disciples said unto him, Lo, now speakest thou plainly, and speakest no proverb. Now are we sure that thou knowest all things?
See, and this is the same thing that we're doing today, because like the brother said earlier, we come in the stead of Yahushua. Like people ignorantly call Jesus. We're coming in as ambassadors, so we're using the same word that he used, because he was the word. But now we're just using the same word, you know. We're pushing forth his agenda. So of course it's still gonna be parables to these people, because they're not meant to get it.
Now are we sure that thou knowest all things, and needest not that any man should ask thee? By this we believe that thou camest forth from the Most High.
And that's gonna be the separation between everybody else and the elect, because they're gonna believe on Yahushua that he is the Son of the Most High, that he came and did what he did that's written in the scriptures. All right, we're gonna actually have faith in what he told us was gonna happen at the last days. You know.
Yahushua answered them, do ye know? It's like, do ye now believe? Behold, the hour cometh, yea, is now come, that ye shall be scattered, every man to his own, and shall leave me alone. And yet I am not alone, because the Father is with me.
And he was telling them in their face that, look, y'all gonna scatter once they come get me. You know, straight up telling them. But he said, you know what? Hey, you know, he's trying to comfort them at the same time, saying, look, yeah, I'm gonna be good because I'm be with the Father. You know, he's always there for you.
That's an example. Yep. Clearly putting that as an example. When trouble comes, Yahushua said, y'all gonna leave me, but the Father gonna be with me. You know?
And he just said he already knew where he was leaving. You know, so he already knows what's about to go down. He just comforting them, letting them know that I'm gonna scatter around, but I'll be good. You know,
I'll be straight. And that's how we gotta believe, man. You know, because shoot, if by some chance that this thing pop off while we all at camp, then bam, we all rolling together. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, we only here one day out of the week with each other. So more than likely, you're gonna be by yourself when they kick this thing off.
The whole you might be with one brother.
Yeah, exactly.
You're lucky.
You're lucky, yeah.
But you ain't gonna be around the whole camp most likely.
So you gotta take that same mindset Yahushua said. You know, y'all gonna be away pretty much, but hey, I'm not alone. The Father's with me. You know, they were like, man, you know, worrying about him. Yahushua always told them, don't worry about me.
He told the women,
Yeah.
don't cry for me, cry for your kids.
Yeah. You know, because I'm going to be straight. You know, and that's what Jake, you know Jake, man, I'm straight, man.
And he said that while after he'd been tortured,
Yeah.
he's carrying the cross.
Yeah.
You know, so that goes to show you what spirit
His
he's
faith,
still like,
yeah.
Back in the day.
cry for me.
I'm good.
I don't know what's about to happen.
Yeah, y'all crying for me, even though I'm all beat up and hung on the cross. Like, look, I'm finna get that reward. I'm finna go back up to the Father.
You don't see it.
You don't see it, yeah.
You don't get what I'm about to
Exactly.
obtain right now, but
Yep.
trust me, I'm good. You know?
Yep. And that's how the mindset we gotta have too, because it's like we get into certain situations in our life where it don't look good. It look like, you know, outside looking in, like, bro, you ain't got no money. Your rent due tomorrow. You know what I mean? It ain't looking good. Like, it's not looking good. And I'm just using that as a basic analogy.
Yeah.
But you continue to have that faith that the Lord is gonna make some kind of way. I don't know how or where, and then what do you know? He always come through. He always makes some kind of way for you to take care of what you need. You know? That's just how he works. But on the outside looking in, it's like, yo, it ain't looking good. It's like us right now. Your family might think, oh, you ain't never mounted up to be nothing. You ain't nothing, or whatever the case may be. You out here doing this, you know, so on and so forth. But look, our latter end is glory, man.
You be like, yo, why don't you feel more like your sister? You go to college. You ain't go to college, right? You know, you ain't finish school. You ain't do nothing for yourself. You sitting there working the same job. You don't own nothing. You don't do nothing. But little that they know is that you're really good because you're doing the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which is the name of the Most High and the Son. You know, they don't understand that. But we say, hey, I'm good. It don't look good from you. In your eyes, it don't look too good. But what you don't see what I see over here. So don't worry about me. Worry about you.
And that's being serious, man. You know, seeing the end game. You know, because right now the whole COVID-19 second wave is popping back up. You can clearly see the first wave. They set up all the 5G towers everywhere. Then they just gave everybody that app. And T-Mobile, anybody at T-Mobile, their lines was down. Then you go into your phone, they got tracking. They downloaded the tracking apps, the COVID-19 tracking apps into your cell phones. All right, and there's no conspiracy. You can go into your phone and look at it right now. They installed that software into your phone. So they go, you know, now they able to alert you if you came in contact with somebody that had COVID-19.
Now they gotta trace you.
Yeah, now they gonna trace you.
Now they gotta see who you ate with 2 weeks ago, who you gave a high five to.
It's a whole agenda, man. You know?
And we've been telling people about this. We've been warning you, all right, about the things that this devil, the government that you trust in, is about to bring. We've been telling our people about the martial law, all right, the RFID chip, the microchip, because ultimately all of this nonsense is leading to the chip.
It all leads to this.
It all leads to the chip. And if you take the chip, you're gonna be destroyed via thermonuclear missiles.
Yep.
That's right.
But everything you see going on, the COVID-19, talking about the vaccines, and now with the Black Lives Matter protests, everything that's going on in America is an agenda that Satan himself is pushing. All right? And we know exactly what's going on because the Lord told us what would be happening, exactly what would be happening, and that's what the opposition to the Lord is doing. We're not ignorant saints, vice the same person. Yeah. Because hey, we know exactly. You got something?
Yeah. It's Mark 3.
Hold it to get there first. Or you got it first. Yeah, because we know, man, exactly what this devil got up his sleeve, why he's doing certain things.
It's 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. And it reads, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices.
Yeah, Satan's the physical counterpart of Satan is a self-proclaimed white man. All right, Satan meaning adversary. All right, that's what this man is. He's an adversary to the Most High. All right, but we're not ignorant of his devices, meaning his plots, his plans, his agenda, or his new world order. All right, how he plans and he is and will be chipping billions of people. All right, he's gonna bring in martial law to kill millions of people. All right, he told you his plans on the Georgia Guidestones. That's why they had to take him down. Too much coverage on it. But what they show you straight up, they want the population to be 500 million. That means they gotta kill 7.5 billion. and most of you people are undesirables to them. You know,
Bill
maybe
Gates
the
been talking
Israelites.
about
Yeah. They could. Bill Gates talking about they could be populated with vaccines. Now they talking about a vaccine. Everybody's gonna need a vaccine. Come on, man. But and the same guy that said that is the guy paying for all the vaccines and shit. You know.
Y'all not paying attention, bro.
And he said what? Blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans.
Yeah.
The tribes.
Yeah.
He
You
said
guys are the
your
biggest.
underlying health issues or some shit. He said.
You're the reason it's spreading.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. You know?
That was it on that?
Yeah, I got some.
I didn't get it.
All right, go ahead.
Said one of the small kingdom was crumbling down. It's from Mark 3 and 23. And he called unto them and said unto them in parables, like in Mark 3 and 23. And he called unto them and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? If a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath in him.
And that's what you see right now, man. Esau's divided, man. Now they're talking about, the people that aren't wearing the mask are Republicans. The people wearing the mask are Democrats. So yeah, they're causing division amongst Esau himself, man. Yeah, exactly. Hey, spirit, yeah. But so Esau's divided, his kingdom's divided, he himself is divided. Like the tribes of Edom, it's like Esau, they're divided, man. You got Amalek beefing with all the other tribes. You got the Russians, Edomites against the American Edomites. The French Edomites hate American Edomites. So Esau is divided, man. But that's why he's ultimately not going to fail or not going to prosper, because he's divided. But one thing we know for sure they're all in agreement with is the chip. Right? They all have that agenda. They just want to do things different ways, but their end game is the same at the end of the day.
Yeah, I want to say this real quick. This America, it, all these side jobs and you saying, oh, I want to be this when I grow up, or I want to do this when I grow up, all that's for the end.
Yeah.
Choice of jobs, you finna be reprogrammed in these stations. Either you're gonna be on the assembly line and doing something. It's gonna be go to a straight police state. Ain't gonna be no choices. Oh, I want to work at the 7-Eleven, or I want to. All that's true, bro.
Yeah, like Bruce said, it's gonna be assembly lines because what? World War III still brewing.
Yeah.
All right, they need people to make bullets, counter part tanks, parts for the tanks, all parts for everything, military equipment. Somebody got to make that. Yeah. So, like the brother said, all those jobs are running out. They're gonna come and get you. You're gonna work at a factory.
Yeah. And all this freedom, I want to wear what I want to wear. Everybody gonna be like inmates around here, man. One suit, a membership,
Because the reason I mentioned World War III is just this couple of times this week, America had to intercept Russian fighter jets out there by Alaska, man.
And it was an explosion in Iran.
Yeah. So just because they don't talk about it on the news no more, all they want to talk about is coronavirus and Black Lives Matter. Well, don't forget about World War III, the main prophecy. One of the main prophecies is happening.
This is Revelation 13 and 11. That was it on that? All right. It says, and I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
Yeah, and that was the Roman Empire born again, which is America. And those 2 horns were the 2 parties, the Democrats, the Republicans, the 2 sides. Like we read, they're divided. But yeah, they used to be the plebeians and the patricians. All right. Now it's the Republicans and the Democrats. Same shit though. You got the House, the Senate. You got the president or the emperor. It's the same shit. It's the same beast reborn again. Congress. Yep. You got the military the same way set up. This is the modern day Roman Empire. Okay, good.
Verse 12, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him.
That's right. That's America's exercising the power that the beast exercised, the original beast, which is the Roman Empire, with what? Overcoming all the putting everybody in tributaries. Putting them in subjection. That's what America does, because that's the same thing the ancient Roman Empire did around the whole world, and there's the same Edomites running it today.
Yep. And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him.
And America's just the cat, the head, the whore that rides upon the beast, the pretty much the chief city of this beast. All right, because you got the other nations, Europe, the European countries, they're all part of the beast, right? The EU and NATO. Go ahead.
Con. And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed.
And what do people worship in the same ways of ancient Roman Empire? Right? The democracy, all right, the freakism, and now they've taken it to a whole nother level, you know. But you're still worshiping that ancient way, you know, of that beast. But now you have way more liberty and more witchcraft, aka technology, to make it even on a whole nother level. You know?
Yep, just how we was able to publicize this truth all around the world due to the internet.
Exactly.
But the same thing with the wickedness. The internet allowed wickedness to be publicized and move fast throughout all the world. So you got righteousness, as we streaming this, going out, is able to hit all places. Wickedness is able to, on the same level, you know, able to go out there. But, you know, righteousness is going to overcome the wickedness, you know what I'm saying? It says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven.
Yeah, Esau's the only one that do that with his weapons of mass destruction. He was the only person, that so-called white man is the only person to ever drop atomic weapons, right? Atomic bombs. But what other ways is just dropping missiles out the sky, period, man. You know, he's able to, that's a wonder. Make fire come. That's only something the Lord
Most High,
would do.
I said it's only something the Most High was able to do is make fire come from out the
Now this devil got the capabilities of shooting a missile from here to the other side of the world and making fire fall over there. They ain't got to put it on a plane like they did in Japan. Little man and fat boy.
Yeah. They actually got now a weapon that they call Hellfire missiles. Going on them drones, they'll come through with those big ass drones, shoot them missiles they call Hellfire missiles, man, right in here. Basically, you know, fire and brimstone.
And he doeth great wonders.
And you can say, oh, well, this other nations got it. Who they buy it from, though? They get it from the Russians or from America?
It started from Esau.
Exactly.
It started with German scientists, man.
Exactly.
Which are the team and the wise men of Esau, man. The wisest of all the so-called white people are the Germans. And those are the ones behind the missiles, you know?
That's why they never should have said so to make good cars, though.
Good cars, they make the best products, you know? It says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
So that's going to be his technology. And ultimately, that's how he's going to deceive you to take this chick, because it's going to do some phenomenal things in the sight of man. You know, he's going to make people walk again. You know, because remember when Moses and Aaron went to tell Pharaoh to let them go, what were they doing? They were remaking the same miracles they would do, but it wasn't as strong. Like the brother said, the right hand side is more stronger. So what? Aaron really, he turned the staff into a snake. What they do? The magicians, the magi's, they came and did the same thing. Well, their snakes got eaten. Well, Esau's trying to do miracles on the left hand side, just like the Lord made people walk, he gonna make people walk with a chip, or cyber hack you, as they call it, cyborgs.
Because all it is your brain is lost control.
Yeah, the nerves,
it's lost control over your legs. So you just like a vegetable sitting. But if he put that chip in you, he can, you know, send those electrical signals. Because all these electrical signals, he can send them electrical signals back to a crippled person, and they'll be walking again. So that's the miracle. Did not Yahushua do the same thing? The one with the word calls Jesus Christ, he healed people. Paul the apostles made people walk, get up and walk. But the so-called white man,
Esau make the blind see again, man.
So the so-called white man can do that through his technology. You know, he's trying to be like God.
The ultimate miracle is you being part of the Internet of things. They're gonna look, you're connected with everything at all times,
and you know, forever, eternal life.
Exactly.
Hey, they say you talk and a Uber car just pop up after that.
And that's why that's why they did the stay-at-home orders. They set it up while you was at home.
Yep.
5G tower, the small cells. Yep. So and you've already had it for years. Your phones, your smart TVs, your smart refrigerator, your smart AC ring. You know, the doorbell where you can look at it through your phone. All that shit is set up, and you're the next thing to be part of it. You know?
Hey, now all we need is you. You know, welcome you in. Yeah. Hey, that's like entering into Satan's kingdom.
Exactly.
Because in order to enter into Satan's kingdom, when he get rid of the U.S. dollar like he's doing in COVID-19.
Like at the club.
Yep, get into the clubs now. Because why? Everybody in there is going to be vaccinated.
Yep.
And that's going to be able to tell before you enter the club how he been vaccinated. They're going to read
digital
the chip.
certificate.
Okay, yeah, he been back. Oh, you can go in the club. He ain't got coronavirus.
And if you're not vaccinated, then they will tell you wait right here, and then Esau come pick your ass up.
Yeah.
Quarantine you.
You think, oh no, you come in a second, it's all right here. The next thing you know, they're gonna come with a black van and take your ass away, and then ship you.
Yeah, go ahead.
It says, and he deceiveth men that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live.
And that's the philosophies, their democracy. That's the image, their way, the New World Order. Right, that's their image that they're pushing. That's because ultimately, when you get down with Esau, when you ultimately accept that chip, what you're saying is you worship the image. You worshiping him, his image, and his beast. I mean, the mark. You know, like I said, it says in the next chapter, which we'll get. Actually, let's keep going down first. Yeah. We'll finish once we finish.
All right. It says, and he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of the miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live.
The beast that had the image by the wound was the ancient Roman Empire, somewhere on these signs. But on the Esau, where Esau. Oh yeah, on the back of that. No, which one? It's this one. Slack. Yeah, it's this one. You know, the ancient Roman Empire, the great dragon. All right, that's who was wounded. Yep. With a great sword, which the Israelites took them down. Okay, they took over. Okay.
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
So if you don't worship it, so if you don't want to get down with what America says, or what the ways of Esau, really the ways of the EU, NATO, or America, if you don't want to get down with their ways, what happens? They'll invade your country, start dropping bombs on you in the name of democracy. Oh, we got to overthrow this dictator. He's putting hell on his people. Liberate them. You liberate them, but then the country's in the worst condition. So that's the proof of the scripture right there. You don't want to get down and worship their image, which is their ways, their philosophies. You don't want to be part of this new world order. You don't want to take our chip. Then we just got to get rid of you. You're a useless eater. Yeah. You know?
They call you a threat to national security.
That's why you got McDonald's and all these countries. If you don't want McDonald's and our corporations and all this in your country, we'll just bomb it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So now that's why you're in the middle of Africa in the jungle and you got a McDonald's.
Nothing for miles, like a golden arches. Damn.
Like damn, man. But hey, they accepted that philosophy that of the beast.
That's right.
System,
yeah.
Jeans.
Go ahead, though.
Yeah, verse 16, and he calleth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
So the beast is going to do this. It's going to cause, when you go to that word in there, it means to make. So he's not going to come and force, like, put the chip on you without your permission. He's going to make it so that your life's so hard that you got to take it if you want to continue in society. If you want to continue eating, working, whatever, pay, all right? You want to be part of society, and this is the perfect storm for it, COVID-19. So now they say, well, if you don't want to take the chip, we can't prove if you have the virus or not, or if you've been tested or blah, blah, blah. And it's a perfect storm that they set up, all right? So now it don't matter who you are, everybody, even the athletes got COVID-19, superstars got COVID-19, hobos got COVID-19. So this is they're setting it up for the chip, you know? They're setting the stage for it. They're like, look, everybody's gonna need vaccinations, so by default, everybody's gonna need a chip. You know, it don't matter who you are. Look, you got what's his name? D.L. Hughley. He got COVID-19. Tom Hanks. Yeah, you got Tom Hanks. He got COVID. Come on, man. And that's why we read earlier. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. We see right through his pasty ass. Right? Go ahead.
And real quick, he will not force you, like the brother said. He ain't gonna force you. You gotta willingly.
You gotta pledge allegiance to him.
You gotta be sincere. Like, yes, I'm gonna want to be a part of the new world order. So you gotta be sincere.
Yeah, because you have to worship him. So ultimately, if you take the chip, it's because you worship him.
And you believe.
Exactly.
You believe in him.
That's your God.
And that's how it works.
It's miracles and everything. Yeah.
It says, and he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
And that's what that chip is, man. Which is, you can't tell us that we're making this up, because this has been happening for years now. Right? People getting chipped worldwide. All right, they're showing it on the news, talking about the vaccine could come with a chip. They just straight up said that. They showed it and everything. So, you know, if you don't want to believe it at this point, you're just gonna die.
Yeah, you just gonna stand in line and take it. You know,
you should be the first one to get it. Shit, you should have. Matter of fact, you can get one online right now.
Yeah, voluntarily. They just passed the bill. I did a video on that. They just passed the bill saying that pretty much certain employers have to have it voluntarily for people, like if they want it, they can get it. You know, it says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
So that's going to be the main thing that they're going to push it out with, and the main thing to get you with. Because look, I can't get my money, I can't get my paycheck. Well, people are going to line up for it, man. So that's going to be the main thing. And if you can't make money, you can't send money, you can't buy nothing, how can you be part of society, you know? But that's the main thing the scriptures talk about, to show the prophets what that chip really is. But what they're introducing it in different, you know, for medical, for this and that. But ultimately, they're going to use it to go digital currency. They've already talked about it. They're talking about we need to get rid of cash because it's spreading the virus. All right, they're devaluing it. Hyperinflation is kicking in. So ultimately, they're just going to do a reset, you know, because what they went up $3 trillion in just these last couple of months, man. So this place is through. You know, America is not going to get better. You know, the economy, they ain't going back to how it was. You know, it ain't going back to normal. This is the new normal, and it's going to continue to get worse. All right, so with that, anybody got anything else?
No, that's pretty much it. Like Brother said, it's not going to get better. So it's like, if you see the house burning down, get out of the house. You know, give your mind over to the Lord so He can save you from these times, because it's only going to get worse.
So with that, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ruach HaKodesh.
Give honor to the elder apostles, great millstone, salutation, and much love to y'all come out there. Shalom.